I'd like to say is why do Black Americans like to cope when they just love
Hey,
shit
you
each
answer
other?
the goddamn
Yeah,
question.
food stamps. Y'all niggas.
Hold on.
Cotton. You niggas are
what
picking
you say?
cotton.
Whoa,
You
no,
niggas
no,
are
no.
picking cotton.
No,
You niggas are picking cotton.
You're done.
Africans, but you guys are picking cotton. You guys are picking cotton.
You're not gonna call us the N-word and disrespect our
Goodbye.
ancestors. Goodbye.
He didn't even get a chance to say where his family from. He crashed out so bad.
They love, they love using the N-word so much. It's weird to me. Where
They
is
use
y'all
it more than
culture?
us.
Where is this culture that y'all brag so much about? I've yet to see y'all culture for real. Y'all don't use y'all vernacular. Y'all don't dress like y'all people. Y'all don't act like y'all people.
Hey,
Where is this culture?
They don't have to because they're taking your culture and they're about to be you.
That's crazy to me. I ain't never
Hey.
woke up and thought I wanted to be anybody but myself.
They ain't gonna never be us. They could try all they want, but they'll never be us. Everybody keep tapping the screen, repost out the live, share it.
Hey, Rick,
And I'm
you
gonna
called
keep
it.
asking this question too. Why do y'all mock our ancestors that y'all claim are related to you? That's the weirdest part. You think you shitting on us, but you actually mocking the people that you claim came from you. That don't make any sense to me.
We don't come from these people.
Oh, I know we don't, but that's the logic that I'm trying to get them to understand. Why are you mocking the people that you claim are your ancestors?
It doesn't matter, nigga.
G-Bus, yes. My good. Where you from? G-Bus?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Where you from?
I'm from Africa. I'm a black man from Nigeria.
Your background kind of loud. Where you at? You at work?
Hey, is this Mo suck ass?
I don't know. I can't tell. I can't hear him. G-Bus, say something.
Is it okay now?
Huh?
Is it okay
I can't
now?
hear you, bro. Your background loud as hell. It sounds like y'all spraying down some bush meat to get the disease off it before you cook it.
Yeah, am I okay now?
Do you got on headphones?
Yeah, I do.
You gotta take your headphones off.
I think it better not be I took the headphone off.
Actually, we can hear you better if you took the headphones off. That's okay. I'm gonna mute you. You let us know when you get those headphones together. They over there power washing some bush meat. They spraying that shit hard as hell. Nigga, get the flies off that shit, nigga.
That's Mo.
I can't tell. I don't know who it is. It's not even clear.
Yeah, I think it's okay now, right?
Yes. It sounds better. You at work, bro?
Yeah. I'm in the office here.
You in the office? It sounds like you in a manufacturing plant where y'all manufacturing bush meat.
No, I'm in the closet.
You in a closet? Like R. Kelly, nigga?
No, like in the IT closet.
You in the IT closet? That closet is loud. Not, bro, you work for UPS or something, man.
No, I'm an IT dude.
Sound like you in there building boxes and moving packages around.
So I don't
Offices
think
are not this loud in the background, dude. Offices are usually
That man is
quiet.
at a call center.
It doesn't matter because that way I make my money for the.
You work at a call center. That's tell the truth.
That he probably had a troll farm.
So it matter.
Hey, listen, bro. Listen, we don't care how you make your money, okay? I don't care if you was I don't care if you was a stripper. I don't care how you got your money. My thing is your background is absolutely too loud, bro. Ain't no way you in the office, dude. That is absolutely too loud.
Oh, so Miss Lady K said that this is Mo. He changed himself from Gus. Mo went from Gus to G-Bus.
This is
G-Bus.
Hey, Mo, is this you?
Yeah, this Mo. And I remember him when he was Gus because it was the same picture and he used to have the Liberian flag. Then he had a picture when he had the hold on, it was the picture that he had the fake braids on when he was he had the locks, but he had weave in his hair.
Is this Mo the same Liberian that was getting
Yes.
That's the only Mo it is. The most annoying Liberian dude.
Hey, what happened to you, Mo? What happened to you? Did they deported you?
No, I am G boss. I'm not Mo. I've been telling you every day. You calling me something I am not.
Now, you lying. You don't think that we know who you are?
So if I call you African American, are you be going to be okay with that?
It doesn't matter what you call us. We know who we are, but we also know who you are.
So it doesn't matter.
No, it's the thing is, we've seen you on other profiles with the same picture. Mo, it's okay for you to stop lying.
I'm not. I'm telling you,
It's
I'm
crazy.
not.
Everybody in the comments already confirmed that they've seen you under those different names. You be acting like the crazier part though is Mo. Wait, Mo, it's like y'all don't get that y'all hop from FBA panel to FBA panel, and you think that the same people that be in this live don't be in those lives?
And it's crazy. A couple of months ago, after I had let out some information about this dude named Mo, who literally was getting paid to come up here. All of a sudden, Mo disappeared, and now there's no more Mo, but there's some other guy that's G-Bus that sounds like Mo. Where did Mo go?
Okay, so look, I can barely hear him. I'm still trying to get a finger on this thing. Let him talk. Hey, you said you from Liberia. Where was you born at? G-Bus, go ahead and unmute. Everybody tap the screen, send some gifts, repost out the live, grab y'all daily hearts. It's over 250 people in here. We should be at 200,000 likes in probably 30 minutes. Get the likes up. I'm addressing the crowd. Repost out the live, share the live. Like I said, send some gifts, gift the panel. We've been here 2 hours, y'all. Go ahead, Bus. Where were you born?
So I'm a black African guy. And
yeah, that's him. That's his voice. That's him, y'all. So yeah. So he was putting on his African accent. Now at least we know what you really sound like. So you a black African and what else now?
Yeah, I was born in Liberia.
Right, we know. We know who you are, bro.
Okay, I'm not here to ask you or judge you to think who I am. I just spoke on your panel that I am Gus. I am a black man. I'm an African.
Okay, let's get on with it. What brings you in? And you still got to keep your background quiet. I don't want to hear people power wash and bush me.
What brings you back, Mo?
So what brings me in? It sounds very ironic and funny, right? To see foundational black American just wake up in the morning on African every day. So West South African came to this country last year by President Donald Trump because the way they were treated in South Africa by black people. So they came to this country, and President Trump sent them to Mississippi. In more by you, they kicking the black people out of the land. The white farmer in that city, in that town, pay the white South African more than the black people that is there currently. As I speak to you today, it's happening. FBA don't see any problem with that. But
you know what I see a problem with? Didn't you just say that you just got on this app like a week ago? How do you know about FBA so much?
Okay, and to address what you said, Gus, because you sent up here, evidently, it seemed like you've been studying us. Listen, what's going on in South Africa don't got nothing to do with us. That's first things first. Okay.
No, it's in America. It's in America.
So I'm
in Mississippi. It's happening in Mississippi today. It's in America.
Mississippi? What is Mississippi?
Okay. So listen, G-Bus, stop interrupting me when I'm speaking. We just let you speak uninterrupted. I'm trying to speak. You just brought up South Africa and white tees and them kicking out Africans. Okay, you're not gonna come in here and just ramble a mile a minute. Okay, I'm trying to address some of the shit you said. We don't care about what's going on in South Africa because that don't got nothing to do with us. We're not South Africans. Please stop coming off your microphone. You up here crashing out. I don't really got time for that. Okay? And real talk, our opinion on it, I think they need to get the problematic Africans out and the white tees out if they problematic. That's my opinion on it. But my opinion don't matter. I ain't really South African. I know one thing. I agree with what they doing out there, putting belt to y'all ass and belt to y'all flip-flops. Y'all better get the fuck up out of there and do it the easy way because the South Africans, they like to do it the hard way. All right? So y'all better do that shit the easy way, pack your shit and go back to your country and just fix it, okay? Disrespectfully, okay? Now, with that being said, you're not gonna come up here and just crash out, okay? Black Americans, what do we have to do with South Africa? What are you talking about?
FBA, I did not say South African. I said the white South African that came to the United States.
Listen, the white South Africans came to the United States, and guess what? It was also black South Africans coming to the United States. It was also Nigerians, East Africans, North Africans, Central Africans. You act as if Africans stopped coming to America or something. Listen, 26 out of the 54 countries can't come to America right now, but y'all still got 20-something countries that can come here. And trust me, y'all are fleeing. Actually, wait, yeah, 28 countries. Y'all are still fleeing here. So don't talk like the white South Africans came and the other Africans stopped coming, like they got some type of precedence over y'all, which they do because they're white. But who gives a fuck? Not my problem either, the racial dynamics. Y'all are Africans. Y'all can fight for yourselves. Time out. It was also Asians coming here, Latinos. They come here illegally more than anybody, and legally, goddammit. All type of people come to this country. Stop talking like the white South Africans came through and no more immigrants came through. Okay? So that's a terrible fucking point you're trying to make.
They got the fuck up out of here too, though. They went back to South Africa.
I'm saying the white.
And the other thing is, we don't give a fuck if somebody comes to this country legally. The biggest problem is people being here illegally or overstaying their stay. Okay? If somebody's here legally, it really ain't too much people can say. They abide by the law.
It's not a point. It's not a point I'm making, FBA. If you only listen.
Are you in the USA? Are you in the USA?
Yes, I'm on my people land.
Was you born here?
No, my people are from here.
You mean your people immigrated here?
You're Liberian.
Your people fled here.
From here. My people from here.
You're Liberian.
Yes, I am.
You're not from here. All Liberians are not American Liberians. I despise when y'all tell that.
I am American Liberian.
You're not an American Liberian, though. That's the thing.
I'm not here to argue with you, man.
No, but you are, though. I despise that y'all say this.
Tell me who I am. And
you're not, no. That's all y'all ever do is lie. You know what's crazy about American Liberians? A lot of y'all practice endogamy, and you slept with the native Africans that were in Liberia, so y'all mixed up with them. You know, endogamy was a big part of y'all culture, right? Endogamy was a big part of y'all culture. You know that, right?
You cannot do anything but have my people from this land.
You're not from this land. How are you from this land? How are you from this land, Mo? How are you from this land, Mo? And before we first met you, you were calling us African. How are you from America when you were calling us African? Now, are we originally from Africa or are we originally from America? Because that doesn't make sense. You can't claim two things. You said we were from Africa. Now you're from America?
So I can address that now. I'm muting me.
So Mo, are we really from America or are we really from Africa?
No, you are foundational Black American. You're not from Africa.
How are we not? Oh, so now we're not from Africa. That's funny because you were claiming we were from Africa 2 months ago.
Listen. You're not from Africa, but you got Black American in this country that have the people from Africa. So you're not from Africa.
How do you know that your Americo-Liberia connections are not from Africa, though? With that claim, how do you know that the Americans that you claim you're related to weren't originally from Africa? Because some Africans did come to America. How do you know those are not your ancestors?
Well, you muted me. Ask me a question. You muted me. How can I talk?
How do you know? Because you're not listening. How do you know you're muted if you're not listening?
Because I see you muted me. I can see it on my phone.
So how do you know that you weren't the 200 Africans that came here? How do you know you're not them? Not them.
So how can I answer when you muted me?
How do you know that?
You muted me. How can I answer
the question,
that?
Mo? You don't know that because you don't even have the paperwork to link you to this country.
No, we have paperwork. This is why.
You don't. You don't.
Do you want me to answer or you just want to assume?
I know you don't.
So why?
Okay. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Let him speak. Say what you got to say.
Yeah, because she muted me. So what?
Respond to what she said though. Don't let him get his thought out. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me get my. So I will address the first issue I had. My first concern was white South African coming to the United States of America.
You're not. Muted.
Wait. Time out.
What we're asking.
Okay, hold on.
Give me a chance. Let me speak.
Let him get it out. Go ahead.
So,
no, I'm not on your side. I'm not on your side. I'm doing this for the audience. I'm doing this for the audience. Go ahead and speak.
I was trying to tell you why South Africa have been given the privilege in America over black FBA. Right here in America, Mississippi, in Mobile,
what's Mississippi?
Give me a chance. The man said I can speak. Come on.
No, because how are you American? You can't pronounce where it is. What's Mississippi?
I'm an African man. I don't have to pronounce
right.
like you.
You're right. You are an African man. You're not a black American.
So give me a chance. Let me speak, please.
I know exactly what you finna say. Ain't no Jesus. Don't call on the name of Jesus. It's too late for that. Why didn't you care about what black farmers were doing in the 1865? Our farmers have been fighting against discrimination from Europeans, those immigrants that have came in. Did you care then? Did you care in 1865 during the Reconstruction era that our people were fighting against racial discrimination? Our farmers. Do you understand that we have been fighting racial discrimination? Do you understand farmers in America have been fighting racial discrimination, black farmers, since 1865? Do you care about that?
Okay, so give me a chance to speak.
No, you didn't care about that because you're only trying to, look, cherry pick. The white South Afrikaners are coming over and they're taking, this has been happening since Reconstruction and you did not care.
I'm talking
so
about
why do you care now?
I'm talking about 2026. You just
I'm talking about 1865. It hasn't stopped. That's what y'all don't understand. The fight hasn't stopped. Our people have still been fighting for discrimination against their farms and it hasn't stopped. That's what you don't get.
So
Okay. Hold on. Wait. I'm gonna put him 1 minute on the clock. Let him speak. Go ahead.
Thank you. So she already know the story. So why is it you just behind black African, white South African in 2026 is kicking you out of your land as a FBA? I don't see on the panel you're talking about that. You're only fighting black African that come here to collaborate with you to help. Because beyond that, if you look at leadership in America, 40% of people in Congress are of black immigrant descent. You got an HBU, it's dominated by Africans. You cannot send African, or no matter what you do, African will still be leader for you in America. African will continue to be head of you in America. FBA, you can do what you want to do. You cannot stop African from coming to this country because our people came forward and built this country. And that's it. You can do what you want to do. That's up to you. FBA,
oh, wow.
You're not gonna lie. Your people didn't come here and build this land. The crazier part is you're lying. Only 2.5% of y'all actually attend our HBCUs. Does 2.5% sound like domination? To anybody on the panel, but
no,
anybody but no. So 2.5%, 2.5% is not a domination, big goofy. And like I asked before, you did not care about our racial discrimination to our farms in 1865. Why do you care today? The crazier part is the fight never stopped. Do you know what redlining is? Do you know what gentrification is? That is pushing people off of their land. It hasn't stopped. What don't y'all get? This is how we know we are separate from y'all and we're not the same people, because y'all don't fight, so you don't understand what it looks like. We have been fighting since these people came on our land. It doesn't stop when new immigrants come, when new colonizers like the Africans that you, so what about the black African? Y'all are colonizers too. That's what you not getting. You coming in our land and in our neighborhoods and you're pushing us out. You sitting here bragging about 2.5% of Africans, quote unquote, dominating HBCUs, and you think you're doing something special. How come you can't go to school? How come you can't go to school in Africa, in Liberia? Where is your school? Where is your your African school? ABU, your African Black University at? Since y'all got so many things going on, since y'all so good at everything you do when you come to my country, why you can't do that there?
This is the white man country.
Y'all can't duplicate success in Africa because y'all too busy unaliving your own people. You can't duplicate success in Africa in your own countries because y'all are unaliving your own people. You blaming the government for the reason why y'all are fleeing your country. Why did you leave, Mo? Why your daddy leave Liberia? Why did you leave Liberia, Mo? If it's so great, why aren't you there today?
Yeah, I like to respond to Ink.
Okay, hold on. Everybody gonna speak one at a time. Ronnie Mac, go ahead. Bus, you crashing out down there. Stay off your mic, bro. You trying to talk the whole time people talking. I'm gonna give you a chance to speak. After Ronnie speak, you gonna have a chance to speak uninterrupted, bro.
Yeah, I'd like to say to Ink that I think he said something about their allies, and he doesn't like that the things that the white South Afrikaners are coming over and doing, and us speaking about the Africans, even though they're coming over to help us, and 40% of melanated immigrants are in offices, but none of those people are helping the farmers that he's referring to that are getting their land taken by the South Afrikaners. And the last thing I'd like to say is, Ink, I heard you mention the name Mo a couple times, and if this person is Mo is not an Americo-Liberian.
No, he's not. We had that conversation.
The Mo that I know, he comes from a tribe that eats people. I'm gonna land with that.
Okay, and another thing, 40% of our government is not full of fucking Africans and Caribbeans, okay? Where the hell you even get that stat from? Matter of fact, where did you get that? Where'd you get your source from on that? Saying that 40% of our government is full of Africans.
The first black president produced in America, where you from?
He wasn't black. He was half. Actually, you know what? In America, time out. You know what? You're right. In America, racially, he gets to classify as racially black. No, but he's not a black American. And time out. Oh yeah, it wasn't on his birth certificate, but by him moving to the USA, technically, by way of paperwork, he can say that he's black. Racially.
His paperwork says otherwise.
Yeah. Yes, but you understand what I'm saying. But
I want Mo to understand. His paperwork says otherwise.
He's not the first black president. He's the first bi-ethnic president. Okay, he was half Kenyan and half white. All right, your ass crashing out, dude.
Just so you can see, Gus, it says that the race of his father is African, and his occupation is a university, like y'all like to claim. You come here and you work at a university. That's wild. And his mother's race is Caucasian. So by paperwork, Obama was an African Caucasian. So he wasn't even black on paperwork.
African got a
the thing is, he can be that. No, Mo, can you read? Mo, relax. You were not born in America. I was. This is a certificate of live birth, and it's happened in Honolulu, Hawaii. Do you got
the clear version, sis?
Yeah, let me put it up so he can see, so you can understand.
Yeah, put up the clear one, because I know you had cleared it up.
It has already been proven. Obama's dad is an African immigrant. What you want to
Listen. Do you know how he got voted in? It was black. It took black Americans coming out at historical numbers for him to be able to become president. And actually, we learned our lesson from him being the president, and that's why we delineate now. It really started with him waking us up. He didn't do nothing for our people. He did more for his own country of Kenya than he did for black Americans. Knock it off, man. Hold on. Let me
use the clearer version so he can understand when he say there's no way you can be African and Caucasian, but it literally says race of father, African, race of mother, Caucasian. That man is an African Caucasian, whether you like it or not. And guess what? He was born in the 60s, just like my daddy was born in the 60s. And my daddy is listed as a black American. Like his mama and his dad and his people.
Black president of America, he would be an
African Caucasian. That's what it says on his birth certificate. His paperwork says he is African.
You so mad?
No, you mad because you can't read.
No,
you can't have it both ways. Now, Red, does your mom and your daddy birth certificate list them as an African?
No, African is not even a race.
But it is for his daddy.
Yeah, they wrote that in because they don't go by black. Listen. Okay, here's the thing. Obama was born in 1961. It says his birthday is August 4th, 1961. Okay. Back then, hey, listen, do not interrupt me, okay? Listen, it says, this is his birth certificate. It says that he was born August 4th, 1961 in Honolulu, not in Chicago like people try to say that he's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. He ain't from Chicago. He ain't even got no Chicago accent, okay? It lists his father's race as African, okay? The only reason why he gets to say that he's black is because he immigrated to America and was able to check the black/African American box. Back then, there was no African American box. So they wrote in just African for his father. That's not even a racial classification in this country, okay? And back then, when Africans were actually immigrating to America and other parts of the world, this is how they used to dress. They used to dress like they were African, you know, in their tribal gear, clothing, garb, things like that. They did not go around saying that they were black, even though they had immigrated to America. And by way of technicality, they can say that they're black racially, not ethnically, right? And they also, bottom line is, they used to dress in a traditional garb so people knew, hey, I'm not black, I'm African. Okay, that was another extension of them saying, I'm not black, I'm African. Not only did they say it, they also showed it with the way that they dressed in their cultural clothing, okay? And then not only that, they would tell you in person, hey, I'm not black, I'm Nigerian. I'm not black, I'm this. That's actually the right way to do it. Did you know that there are white people in this country who will tell you real fast, hey, I'm an Irish American, I'm an Italian American, I'm a German American. Yes, they still get to say that they're racially white because even white people didn't used to be classified as white in this country. But fast forward today, they get to say, hey, I'm white, but I'm an Irish American. Hey, I'm white, but I'm an Italian American, so on and so forth. Same thing with the Africans. Hey, I'm an Ethiopian American. I'm quote unquote black, but I'm an Ethiopian American, not a black American. They try to say Obama is a black American. He's not. Okay? A black American is a black American. Time out. A black American is an ethnic group. All right?
So yeah, okay. So you know my point.
So bottom line is he's not the first black president, nothing. Well, he's the first biracial president. And real talk, listen, time out. Let me tell you something about politics, because you tried to get real matter of fact. I'm gonna be real matter of fact with no. I'm gonna be real matter of fact with you. We're voting y'all ass out of office. If you have not noticed. No, be quiet. The little positions that y'all do got, we coming for all of them. We're going to get y'all out of those positions, especially in the Democratic Party. And you can't run over to the Republican Party because, hey, that's not going to benefit you. Okay? The politicians that you do have in office, we getting them out the way. Omar Fateh, the other lady, Virginia Winsome, what was her name? The Winsome Sears lady. We got her out the paint. Man, listen, we getting y'all politicians out the way. Y'all can run. Listen, no. Y'all can run for those positions all you want, but we not voting for you. We don't vote against you because y'all don't do shit for our people. We got Africans in our government going against us, siding with the white supremacists, being a gatekeepers, being a guard dogs against us. So yeah, if I was you, I wouldn't sound so certain about y'all being in our government and basically trying to infiltrate us from the inside out. That's not going to happen. Y'all days of being in politics in our country are basically numbered. And you can mark my words on that.
Okay, let me speak now. Let me speak, please. So I see why you're always hating on we African, because political leadership, we dominate you.
Why your people don't dominate in politics back in their homeland? How come your people wasn't able to get civil rights for your people? It's 1.5 billion people over there, and they're not even protected by no system like we created in this country, like civil rights. We are political geniuses, if you want to be honest. A lot of people don't agree with Martin Luther King, but he was a political genius. I label him that myself. That man was a damn genius. All right, but he did make mistakes. Hey, players fuck up. He led his people into a burning house, and now we're leaving that Democratic plantation, and it's fucking you up. We broke that from America to Africa pipeline. That from Africa to America pipeline. We broke from the Caribbeans to the America pipeline. And even if you do make it here, man, we taking so much shit away from immigrants, it's ridiculous. And still, you will never be us. And once we finish fully delineating, you're going to be on the island all by yourself. You're not going to have no political power. You're just going to be an immigrant group that's at the bottom. They love to put melanated people at the bottom. But you know what's crazy? When you a melanated immigrant, you at the bottom. Yeah, so get those degrees and fight that white supremacy by yourself. Good luck with that.
So everything you spoke about.
So how do these people dominate us while they pretending to be us? Like I'm trying to figure out, how can you dominate somebody that you want? How can you dominate someone you're trying to identify as? How can you dominate us though? You literally checking black. You are. We dominating you. You want to beat us. We already win.
You missing the.
It's not missing the point. You want to be us. We already won. Black Americans never claim to be any of y'all. You want to be us so bad, and you mad because we won't allow you to be us.
You mad. You
can't even get into our schools without even claiming that you are us. You can't get into politics without claiming that you are us. That's the same thing happened with Obama. He had to create a facade for everybody to believe that he was a Black American. That's why they were all mad at Trump the first time, because he said he wasn't born here. He wasn't a Black American.
Man, we don't want to be.
Hey, look, put me on the big screen. Y'all want to see Obama's half brother?
We don't want to.
Yeah. And another thing, too, time out. If y'all were so good at politics and government, you wouldn't have so much corruption over there. Y'all got some of the most corrupt politics and politicians going on in Africa. And that goes for every single country. Corruption in politics, oh, my God, it happens in every country. But my goodness, what happens there is on a different level. It's ridiculous. That's why y'all have to flee for more opportunity. You're not even there. If your country was all that at politics, you'd be in your own country, sir. Y'all would actually have an infrastructure. It's been 300,000 years. Y'all still have not mastered water. Y'all still have not mastered taking out the garbage. Y'all still have not mastered electricity. I'm not trying to be mean. I mean, we're talking about nation building. You have no clue what you're doing, sir. You're talking to people who built very, very clean, beautiful Black American towns all across the USA. Okay? And they were clean. Our people had clean water. Our children had parks and schools. They had access to everything they needed, healthcare. There wasn't trash all in the street. We're a very clean people. We're very civilized. Okay? And back then we was doing so much better politically as well. Our people have been living under direct white supremacy for quite some time, and we're still doing better than you. Okay? You can't really say nothing. You up here crashing out. And I'm really getting tired of it. I'm getting bored. Buddy ass just, oh my God, what is this thing? This Joanna man?
So this is actually Obama's half brother. This is his half brother to the dude in the comments who was calling our FBA brother in the comments a liar for saying that his brother grew up in Kenya and looks just like him. This is one of Obama's half brothers, right? He has a white American mother too, but he grew up in the Kenyan household that Obama, didn't get to grow up in. And they pretty much have the same tragic mulatto upbringing. I just wanted to prove that Buddy was telling the truth and that Obama does have a half white brother too. His name is Mark, by the way, too. Remember the joke, and Mark? This is Mark Obama.
Him look sexy. I mean, him look sassy. Him sassy.
Obama.
Him look real sassy. He think he's sexy as hell.
Guess where he at? He fled Kenya, and guess where y'all never guess where he fled to?
Where he go?
China.
Oh my fucking God. Of all places. Why the fuck would you go to China, nigga?
I mean, anything is better than Kenya.
Fucking weirdo. Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to show you, this is his brother. This is Mark. They got another brother, older brother, who was fully Kenyan.
God damn.
He despises Obama.
Well, they parents, my goodness.
He got sisters too. But
who, Obama?
Yeah, Obama got sisters. They talk about it all the time. They said their daddy was abusive and an authoritarian and did a lot of things to him. So this is why they turned out the way they did.
Oh, and big shout out to the YouTube family. Oh, I went live on YouTube too. We over there live on YouTube also. I just struck it up not too long ago. Big shout out to everybody on YouTube. I see y'all in the comments.
Yeah, to Sequoia, their daddy was abusive. So the story about the father, I showed the birth certificate and they said that his occupation was a university. So somehow he didn't talk his way into going to Harvard for his master's degree, right? And they ended up deporting him and kicking him out of Harvard before he could finish his PhD.
Bringing up the next tether. I think he gonna crash out. Ain't this dude come in and crash out every day in the comments? Yeah, I know you ain't coming up. Mm-hmm. You know better than to talk to us. Speak. Card trick. My card trick.
Yes, sir.
Why you come in here every day crashing out in the comment section and you get muted, but today you decide to come up. You finally gathered up some courage, huh?
You're the one that be muting me up, man. I didn't mute you up.
You damn right. Every day you come in, I mute you. For some reason, I don't look at the comments like that, but every time I look down, they go, yo, musty ass.
Oh, yeah, because you don't want the truth, right? That's the problem.
If you want to speak the truth, you can do it up here, not in my comment section.
Okay, you talking about Africans is corrupt, our political is corrupt. Okay, how do you know about that? You don't know anything about it, right?
You from Ghana, right? You from Ghana, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, and what part of the world are you in?
I mean, of course, I can be anywhere in America.
What part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in Ghana right now.
You lying your ass off, and I
live in Virginia, but I'm in Ghana right now. Yes.
See, look, now that we've already established you as a liar. You came up here in bad faith. Nothing you say can even be taken serious. You lying about where you at for no damn reason. I don't care if you in Ghana. I don't care if you was in Egypt right now.
So why you worried about it? Why are you worrying about it?
It matters. Because it matters.
Okay, I said in Ghana.
Here's my thing. If your government was doing what they were supposed to do, your people would not have to flee to other people's countries for basic things.
Okay, so prove it to me. What they doing wrong? Prove it to me. Can you prove it?
Ghana?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Can you prove it to me? You heard about it.
Listen, right? First thing is first. They still practicing slavery over there in Ghana.
I say you heard about it.
Yes, they are. They got children still enslaved over there on Lake Volta. You said, where are they going wrong? Let's start there. Is slavery still going on in your country? That you're not in, by the way. Go ahead and unmute. Now tell me I'm lying. You calling me a liar, sir? Oh, now you can't unmute? But you know what? Let's talk about your infrastructure. Ain't no point for you to even try to debunk that because we all know it's true.
What I'm saying is, you heard about it.
Ghana floods a lot. There's a reason for that. Your infrastructure is terrible. That's because your government keeps all y'all money. Do you know how many times the Africans come up here, especially from Ghana, and tell us that their government is corrupt? Are you serious? Do you know how many Ghanaians are in South Africa right now?
Every government is corrupt. What are you talking about?
Yes, I said that. Listen, that's the only thing I'm going to agree with you on. I said that myself before you even came up. I said every political system has its form of corruption, but there is none more corrupt than Africa's government. The way y'all treat Africa is the poorest continent on earth for a reason. And a large part of that is because of corruption. So time out. Whoa, time out. So are you telling me as a Ghanaian that there's no corruption going on over there? Is that what you're trying to tell me on the continent?
There's corruption everywhere. All right.
So do you think that it's an issue? Do you think that is holding y'all back in Africa? Do you think that's one of the issues?
Okay, I can see that one of the issues that's holding us back.
All righty. Well, if you want to admit yourself that it's an issue,
I know.
It is holding you guys back. Well, you just proved my point. I just got you to debunk yourself. Thank you, sir.
Okay, what I'm trying to, I know. You don't know.
Damn, I'm good. That was easy.
You heard what you getting from the media, right? That's what you getting out for.
I just got it from the source. Wait, time out. You're Ghanaian. Time out. Whoa. Time out. Whoa. You're Ghanaian, right? I just got it from the source. No, time out. You're an African. You a real African. You was born on the continent, but you fled to the USA. I just got it. No, time out. I just got the bush meat from the horse's mouth. You said this. I didn't get this from the news, and you're not the first person I heard this.
All right, so I can tell you, right? Whatever you say, you heard it from the media standpoint.
You literally just told me. You confirmed what we already all knew.
Red.
Yeah, what's up? Go ahead. Ronnie, go ahead.
Remember when the Ghanaian president came to the United States and FBAs in real time got to see his scamming and his corruption that he tried to come over here and do?
You talking about the president?
Yeah. So this dude.
What president? What president are you talking about?
Your current president.
Okay, Muhammad. What's his name? You don't even know.
The bald head motherfucker.
Muhammad. His last name is Muhammad.
There's a bunch of Muhammads in there. So you don't even know what you're talking about.
Dude, the dude who's the president that was
President Muhammad.
He was the president 2 months ago. That dude.
President Muhammad. That's his name. Go ahead.
Yeah, he came over here and we seen in real time, not through the news media, but in real life, FBA showed up and seen him doing some scamming. They seen him come over here and try to set up a scam against our people. He came over here on some corrupt shit, got with quote unquote leaders from our ethnic group, but quote unquote the Sambos, got with those guys that we don't trust, and then tried to do some corrupt type shit like Red's telling you about. We didn't watch the propaganda news for that. We seen that shit with our own.
The news, they can get sued for putting out false information. So, legacy news outlets and even y'all own media outlets tells us what's going on over there as well. Are you saying that the news is putting out false information about Ghana as far as you guys selling slaves? Because y'all own people admitting it. Even when people go take vacations to Elmina Castle and Cape Coastal Castle over there in Ghana, they even admit that you guys sold slaves as well.
You're not doing slaves. Is that slavery stuff?
Sir, time out. Your government is very corrupt. Let's time out. Your government is very corrupt. Okay? Listen, the fact that y'all used to sell slaves proves that your governmental system is corrupt. This has always been part of y'all system, selling slaves for y'all economy. Okay? So, and here's the thing. Here's more proof, adding on to what my brother said. Y'all president tried to use our ancestors to try to get reparations. If that's not a corrupt government, I don't know what is. Our Juneteenth holiday just passed away sometime last month, just went past. And your president was over there having a reparations rally on our damn Juneteenth holiday, trying to claim our ancestors like they didn't fucking sell the slaves. Your people are fucking incompetent.
So
and they're very corrupt. And listen, and make it so bad. Time out. They're not just corrupt in your own country. They brought their corruption way to America. They some international goddamn criminals. They practicing corruption everywhere they go. Your government is very corrupt. Go ahead.
Okay, what I'm trying to tell you is, okay, if I come into your house, right, and I mess it up, right, you're gonna call the law on me, right?
Hell no, I'm gonna stand on business. Then I'm gonna call the law.
All right. So what's your stand on it? If a president come over there from Africa and do something on your soil, and you gonna just stare there and just stand at him,
we ran his ass up out of here.
What did you guys do? You didn't do nothing.
Yes, we did. We protested against it.
We pulled up in real life.
What you mean you pulled up? You didn't do nothing.
You know what a pull up is.
I know what it is.
You've been pulled up on, and you've been ran up out the spot. That's what we did to his bald headed ass in real time.
So listen. When they went out there to that burial ground in New York, and this is the other thing, they was excavating some. Bro, they dug up people in the cemetery, bro. Well, come to find out, it was a Negro burial ground. They were excavating, I think, in the early 2000s, and they found a cemetery with our ancestors in it. It used to be called Negro Burial Ground. And then the Ghanaians got into the picture, and somehow it became African American Monumental Museum and all this shit. So they trying to claim our ancestors and was laying wreaths on their graves in New York. Our people was right outside, right across the street protesting. And another thing, the USA said no to their reparations. So did Argentina, and so did the small hats. Those are the people who really run the UN. Actually, the US is. They're the biggest dog in the fight. You're not going to get reparations because of the Just Cogens clause. You guys signed treaties, and in those treaties, there was a Just Cogens clause. And basically what that means is slavery was legal back then when you guys were trading slaves. By entering into that agreement, you agreed that you could not come back later on down the line and basically try to cry foul. Okay? So you're not going to get reparations on an international level. Okay? Reparations is a domestic thing. That's why Black Americans can get them here. But it's not going to happen on an international level, especially when slavery was legal back then. Look up the Just Cogens clause if you don't believe me. You can Google Just Cogens, and you're going to see an article pop up from the University of Michigan, and they're going to explain the Just Cogens clause.
Hey, Red, and also
go ahead.
Not just in New York, but when your Ghanaian president wanted to pull up in Philly, FBA's pulled up on that ass in Philly and had him going through the back door, not the front like a president's supposed to.
Yeah,
he ran up out of New York, left the East Coast, went back to Ghana, empty-handed. Just so you know.
Another thing. Unmute yourself, Tether. He coming here every day in the comments mad as hell. Now he up here, he can't unmute.
Because you're pushing on some false narrative. That's what it is.
How am I pushing a false narrative? We telling you what your people did in our country. You think we can't see?
Okay, so you got a power, right? If you go to Ghana right now, right, and you think you can rule something, I guarantee not. You can't do none of that.
We don't.
Right?
And look.
Why y'all don't force that?
Listen, but here's the thing. Whoa. I agree. I don't think foreigners should be able to go to other people's country and be in their politics. So that's why I don't think Africans should be able to come to America and get in our political system. You see how that works?
So who's pushing that?
If we can't go to your country, time out. If we can't go to your country and practice politics, you shouldn't be doing that shit in ours. That's why we voting y'all out and we don't need y'all around. If y'all want to practice politics, go do that shit in your own country. We don't need you here. You're not American enough. The way I feel, you need to be here 10 generations or something before you even run. Why the fuck are we letting somebody from a third world country come into our first world country and think they're gonna run politics here? Fuck out of here. You can't even get politics right in your own country. Why the fuck is we paying you?
We in your military, we in your sports. I mean, you can name it. We in your music. I mean, you just name it. It keep goes on and on, right?
What are you talking about? That was bushmeat babble.
I say in music, we in it, right? The military, we in it.
Wait, time out. What music
right?
Y'all in?
But
time out. Hold on. Whoa, time out. First of all, Africans coming to America and joining the same military that they claim oppressed their people and imperialize their nation and oppresses them is treasonous. You should view that as treason. No. You should actually view that as treason. That's nothing to be proud of. Fuck you mean? And when it comes to music, y'all didn't invent hip hop or none of the popular genres. R&B, gospel, dance music. Y'all done come up with rock and jazz. Y'all came up with that. No. Y'all came up with Afro beats, and even that was influenced by Black Americans. They say Fela Kuti was inspired by Black Americans. A Black American woman had to teach him how to love himself for him to even understand what being Black was and start making good music. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You belt the ass, belt the forehead, belt to your flip-flops, belt to your homeland, belt to your mud hut. You've been up here getting cooked for like 30 fucking minutes straight. You don't know what you talking about. And listen, I'm gonna be real. Even with the Afro beats, the throwaway genre we gave y'all, oh my goodness, belt the forehead. Ooh, belt to his elbow. He got his arm up. His elbow ashy. I just knocked the ash off that motherfucker. Listen, Afro beats is on a decline. We don't even listen to that shit. That's another reason why it ain't popping. Your artists ain't talented enough. Right, if you want to keep a music genre going, you got to keep making hits. And y'all ain't got that power because we ain't the same people. You wish you was us. We love TikTok Shop. Belt the flip flops.
Hey, where Fela Kuti from?
I think he was Nigerian.
Yeah. So as a Ghanaian, let's try to keep the accomplishments of other people to a minimum.
Yeah. Because I don't think the Nigerians and the Ghanaians get along too much. When y'all just kicking each other, the Ghanaians was just kicking the Nigerians out their country not too long ago. So y'all got y'all little beefs and shit like that. Anyway, thank you for coming up. I'm getting bored. Bye. I'm tired of debunking you. Find you something to do. Go wash your ass or something. Yeah, go soak. As a matter of fact, don't even do shit yet. Just go sit in the water. Just sit in the water. Don't even move, motherfucker. Just get in the water and just fucking lay there. Just let all the dead skin and all that filth and shit just come up off you, goddammit. Put a cap of bleach, put some aluminum foil in that bitch. I don't know what that's gonna do, but maybe it could do something. Nigga, put a cap of alcohol in that motherfucker. Get you a little musty little rubber ducky, put in that motherfucker. You lay in that water, motherfucker. You soak. You soak that musty shit. Okay? God damn. Then you wash your ass. Okay? And once you get done washing up in the tub, and don't be washing up with your hands like white tea people, okay? That shit weird. You get you a wash towel, okay? And don't use your face towel on your body. Don't be using the same towel you wash your ass with to wash your face with. All right, you get your shit together and you take a shower. All right, and after that, I can't help you. All right, but you rinse your ass off in the shower at the end. You gotta teach these people how to wash their ass, and they grown ass men. God damn, we love TikTok Shop. Everybody keep tapping the screen, get the likes up. Send some gifts, give the panel, repost out the live. We're gonna let some more ops up. We're gonna keep this thing going. Big shout out to the family on YouTube. We got like it was just 80 something people over there in the live right now. If y'all want to join the live over there on YouTube, you can go on YouTube. It's 74 people over there right now. Big shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Speak in the comments if y'all last in the room. Tap the hearts and shit on YouTube as well. Go ahead, Ronnie Mac. Oh, the channel was FBA Red, y'all. It's FBA Red. I'm finna let somebody else up after the family speak. Ronnie, Ink, you want to speak? Go ahead.
You can let them up. Hey, someone in the comments said that the Africans over there got some another little, what they call that, a grift going on. They said they got a Harriet Tubman Museum in Senegal. You know about that?
No.
I hope not.
My goodness. Indigenous One, what's up, Brody? Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for all the gifts, family. Yeah, send some gifts to panel. We got 283 people in here. We got 73 people over on YouTube. We got like 350 people watching. Big shout out to everybody in the room. Send a request if y'all want to come up. I'm finna let some of y'all up. Let me see. But y'all profiles got to be real. You're not coming up here with one follower. Ain't gonna happen. And you begging to come up in the comments. That's weird to me. I don't trust you. Bitch, I don't trust you. Let's see who we got coming up. Some of y'all come up on accident. Who is this? Renewed Understanding?
Hi.
Hey, where you from?
Chicago.
Hey, you a Black American?
I'm Black American.
You got any immigrants in your family?
No, not by blood. I have some family members who married Nigerians, but I am fully American.
Oh, shit.
I know.
How'd that work out for them?
Oh, Lord. For the most part, I mean, they've been okay. I mean, I can't really say nothing too bad about them. One of my aunts divorced her husband, but the other two are still married.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
It was the thing back in the 80s and 90s when they started coming to Chicago in droves.
Yeah, they was going around lying, telling people they was kings and shit. Y'all was falling for it.
Did. Scamming and all of that. Why y'all mute me and block me?
Who?
Somebody blocked me because every time I tried to comment, I couldn't comment no more.
You got muted down in the chat?
Yeah, why?
That was not me.
So the moderators, it's moderators in the room. If somebody
I think somebody didn't like what I said.
What did you say?
I said let the person talk because I wanted to hear what they were saying.
You? Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah, why you do me like that?
Well, first things first, I don't know you respectfully, right? And so
That's true.
I don't really pay attention to comments like that, but when I do, when I see comments like that, it make me mute people because it's annoying. I don't like people telling me what to do on my shit.
Okay, I can understand that.
Like I know how to handle these conversations. It's the reason why there's 280 people in here. I don't need no advice.
Okay, that's fine. It is yours.
But you a black American.
Yes.
I'll drop you down to the comments. I unmuted you so you can speak though.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, thank you. Big shout out to the family. My bad, I'm petty. Shit, I'll be muting you. I'll be muting motherfuckers. Sana, I don't know who you are, but I'm finna mute your ass down in the comments. Shit, I don't know you. You got 1 follower. You following 4 people. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, family. Like, but like when I do this shit, G, I be in mode, family. Like y'all get to chill and just enjoy the show, but I'm working. Okay, putting belt to ass is tiring. Okay, my fucking arm hurt, my shoulder hurt. Okay, when I do this shit, I be in mode, G. Like you got to have a certain energy to do this shit. I just be in mode, and sometimes when I see a comment I don't like, I just mute a motherfucker. I don't be giving a fuck who they is. I'ma just mute a motherfucker. You fuck with my energy. Brian, you get it. Shit. It's just like in real life. If you see me get it in with a motherfucker, don't touch me, G. I'm liable to, man, I'm in mode right now, G. Stand back, folks. Shit, I'm aggressive, nigga. I'm sorry. But big shout out to sister just came up. I don't mean nothing by it. I ain't trying to be rude. But we know who you are, so you won't get muted in the comments, okay? You good, sis. Double.
What's good? Double? What's good, fam? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Hey. Yeah, you can't drive. They gonna kick you off the live if you drive and talk at the same time. Okay. So you don't need your camera. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Good looking. I don't know why it just popped up. Normally it just let me talk, but it was asking me.
It's all good.
Camera, yeah.
It's all good.
What's up? What's up, my man? I heard a lot about you, man. I heard a lot about FBA Red, man.
oh, have you? What have you heard?
That you be putting like you say, belt to that ass, man. The tethers they be running and scrambling. You know, like FBA Red is mean. FBA Red, all of that shit, man. So it's crazy that the algorithm had you pop up on my I guess my FYP.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool, man. Yo, look, keep doing what you're doing because these setters out here, they wilding, bro. They really wilding. They getting super aggressive. They was celebrating yesterday like they just got residency. I don't know why they celebrating like that. They need to be packing.
Because, you talking about the Haitians?
Yeah.
That's because they got extended for like a couple more days. I mean, they still got to leave, but I don't know why they was happy about 2-3 more days. Like that's
exactly.
Crazy.
I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like they still going, but it's all right. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? So look, just keep doing what you're doing. I definitely joined I joined your chat like a fan thing, so that way I can see when you come on, show the support and everything like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. Where you from?
Brooklyn.
Okay, where your family from?
My mom's is from South Carolina. My dad, he's Panamanian.
Oh, so you by ethnic?
Yeah.
Okay, you identify more with your Black American side?
Yeah, that's the side like I basically grew up on. You know what I'm saying?
What happened on the other side?
That nigga was just a rolling stone, bro. Yo, he got kids everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
he got kids everywhere.
Yeah.
I got a sister out in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like he was on that type of time.
Okay, I get it. But
yeah,
big shout out to you though.
Because it worked out, man. Where you from?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. The Shaw, man. The Shaw. Yeah. I gotta make it out there. I heard it's a beautiful city.
Oh yeah, good ass food too. I'm from Chicago. My sister ain't from Chicago, and Ronnie Mac from Cali, but you know he in the A right now. So yeah, that's the family on the panel too.
That's what's up, family. That's what's up, man. You ever make it out to the Carolinas or New York?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got family out there. Yeah, I haven't been to North Carolina yet, but my little sister went out there. She went to college out there for like 7 years. It is nice out there. She kept telling me to slide out there, but I ain't never had no time. I'm gonna have to go out there one day though and check it out.
Yeah, definitely. And look, if you're ever looking to move, look, it's real cheap down there. The property taxes is damn near nothing.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay, that's
All right, y'all.
for sure. Thanks for coming up, man. Shout out to you, brother. Thanks for coming up. You going in and out? Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming up, brother. Big shout out to you. Yeah, when y'all come up, just disregard the whole, my goodness, there's a lot of people in this damn queue. Shit. I know you tapped on accident. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. You tapped on accident.
Hey, and also too, in North Carolina, I thought it was, me being from Cali and thinking everything's all fucking country and shit. It is country, but North Carolina's cool. I like North Carolina. They got some good food out there too. Hey, but one thing when I went to North Carolina, they got some, the women out there is fine as fuck, nigga.
Yeah, I bet.
Hey, in North Carolina, you would think, you feel me? I was thinking like small, you feel me, about North Carolina, but when I got out there, I seen how big they was doing it, and I liked it.
Yeah, I need to check. I need to check North Carolina out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I fuck with North Carolina, goddammit. They got some beautiful women out there. Shit, I be seeing they ass just on this app. I'm damn, okay. They got some baddies out there. Oh shit. Who is this? Wisdom?
Yo, what up?
Where you from?
I'm from Senegal.
Okay. The other person, I'm sorry, I'm gonna drop you down. Send another request. I'm letting y'all up one at a time. Everybody tap the screen, get the likes up to 300K. Wisdom, go ahead.
No, I just want to ask you a question. Like, why you don't like Africans?
Are you in the USA? Just curious.
Yeah.
You born here or you immigrated? You immigrated, right?
Yes.
Okay. I could tell by your accent. Nothing wrong with having an accent. I never said I didn't like Africans.
So, but what your whole conversation is all about musty Africans and all this stuff, bro.
Oh, I'm talking about tethers.
Oh, tethers. Okay. So not all Africans, right?
No, if you're not a tether, then you don't really gotta. This shit don't really pertain to you.
No, I'm not. I'm African, but I just listen to your panel like for a while,
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to I mean the rhetoric and all that, sometimes it get old, by just slandering them and stuff, and you just like you got to find a solution, right, to the problem.
We already found a solution.
But you keep using the same narrative, I don't know why you.
And what narrative is that?
Just slandering Africans the same way, like other FBA says, the same shit.
You do know that the Africans come up here and send requests like you did to speak to us, right? You do know that, right?
Well, because of us, you have more views, I guess, right?
Dude, I can go live and not let none of y'all up and people still gonna come in.
But you gotta use the word African. I bet you if you don't use the word African,
I don't get off. People. See, here's the thing. I don't get off on how many people are in my room.
Right.
I worry about how many people I reach. I don't care how many people hear my voice. Okay?
But by using African.
So here's the thing. See, our ancestors, our people, we built a first world country. Okay? We got something called freedom of speech. We get to say whatever we want.
Now in America.
Hold on. And we get to protest against our government. A lot of what's going on actually is a reaction to Africans' racism and xenophobia towards us. Yes.
Bro, you just saying stuff, man.
Time out. So you telling me that my Black Americans' lived experience in this country is not. So you telling all these Black Americans, there's over 50 million of us, and most of us had the same experience with Africans. Let's just talk about Africans. Are you telling us? Time out. Are you telling us that our lived experience is not real?
I mean, not to do with it.
Yes, that's why we're talking about.
Serious,
Time out. That's why we're talking about Africans, and I'll tell you another reason why we talk about Africans. Here's the one that's really gonna fuck you up.
Okay.
Africans been talking about us for a long fucking time.
No.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. I can show you. Listen, I can
show me
and
a proof.
listen and time out. And not only that, not only can I show you the proof, but I can also prove that even around that time, you and that bro, we never spoke bad about Africans or they.
That's a lie.
That's
White powder. White powder and beer. Yo, this guy might be on something. (1992) black station wagon, clean exterior, messy interior. Damn, Burp, you got a good eye. Some knowledge checked on this car this morning and didn't even notice. So this guy is drunk. Good thing you're not a cop, eh? Yeah, you're right. I'm not a cop. Speed, baby. All right. Checks out. I'm not a cop, so I can't really do anything. I'm not a cop. I can tell if you're right. We got to look at it as if we're looking at from their perspective. And again, the reason why I killed Dimitri is because the design of the birthmark was wrong than the photo.
I think I'm older than you, though.
scratcher.
You say what?
You want us to believe that you got called an African booty scratcher and you only 35.
Yes.
What age were you when you moved here?
I was 13.
So, and what grade did you start school in America?
What do you mean? 13, bro.
What grade were you in?
I was in middle school.
Okay. Well, it's possible. Guess what? You know the first time I got caught now.
But you are ashamed to be close to African, man. That's what
Africa. Parents are not. My 4th, my 5th, my 6th, my 7th, my 8th, my 9th, my 10th, my 11th, my 12th, my 13th, nigga. I got on my genealogy, nigga. I can go back 20 generations.
genealogy. That's all bullshit. It's not true, bro. Like, you know that facts.
You're an immigrant. You're an immigrant who came over here when you were 13. And you're trying to tell me my genealogy is bullshit, nigga. Go
because you don't recognize that you're Africans. That's the thing.
Go fuck yourself. You don't recognize that you
look at you.
Nigga,
like exactly. You were raised by your mother,
African.
probably.
You're African, nigga. You came over here when
if
you
you
were
have
13.
a father figures next to you, you won't act like that.
Okay, listen.
If you had any type of sense, you wouldn't talk like that.
Hey, listen, wisdom.
I'm sorry, bro.
No. Don't apologize. You said exactly how you felt, and what you said. That's exactly why we delineating, and we don't want to be attached to you people. I've been listening. You just came up here and showed your whole African booty scratching ass. You just said some very disrespectful things in here, and y'all wonder why we don't fuck with y'all on that level. The same things you just said, the same things they've been saying about our people for a real long time. You very disrespectful. I doubt if you ever got called an African booty scratcher. I don't believe you. I think you just have a disdain for Black Americans. We're not African. There have been Europeans who, when they first started coming to this country in the early 1500s, they left documents saying what they saw here, and they saw melanated people here. We got scholarship on that too. Look up Giovanni Verrazzano and look up the manuscript that's in the Morgan Library in New York. It's still there. As a matter of fact, if you ever go to New York, you should go visit it. The manuscript's over 500 years old. It was written in 1524. It's now 2026. Okay? The document's over 500 years old. It's 502 years old. All right? Our people have been here over 500 years for sure. All right? We're not Africans. All right? Why does it bother you so much that we say we not African? Huh? Why does that bother you so much? Huh? It's so much. It's so much evidence. It's ridiculous. Well, but why are you so worried about us identifying as African? What does that have to do with you? You're not from our lineage. You don't have no say so in the matter. Why does it matter to you so much? You're an African. Wisdom. Why are you so worried about how FBAs identify? Unmute and speak. Wisdom, you have to unmute the Bushmeat mobile phone, sir.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Bushmeat mobile phone. Exactly.
You just said some very, very foul shit up here. Time out. You the one actually started it with the foul language and disrespecting people, and y'all wonder why. He think he could come up here and say anything he want, but when we respond back, it's a problem. You are a prime example of why what's going on is going on. Because of disrespectful people like you. Y'all come around disrespecting us, and then when we say something back, now it's a problem.
Hey,
go ahead.
Look, Red, we got a remedy. When you first got up here, Red told you, we got something for that. Long braided belts, you feel me? Switches involved in all the shit, and we put belt to your ass. This is the thing I'm gonna say though. Please. Look, this is, we're going to do that, nigga. We're Black Americans. You feel me? So you're gonna get a belt to your ass one way or another. We don't care who you are.
You're not Black, bro. You're not Black, Ronnie. You're not.
Okay, well, whatever. But I'm gonna say this. For sure.
For real,
actually, y'all the ones that's not Black. Go ahead.
But check this out. You want to talk about names, right? When you brought up what have Africans done?
3.5 miles.
About what have Africans done? Nigga, we can talk about policies. We can talk about Obama. We could talk about you guys actually getting in office and harming our people with laws that are passed and trying to block our reparations. You might not be saying nothing to us because
it's all about reparation,
dude. It's about respect, motherfucker. Why? Check this out, and I'm a land, but check this out. You want to talk about names that were called? So what? You want to talk about names that are called? We ain't did nothing to you though. You guys know not to call us no names because what will happen? But you guys do more sinister, slick shit. So
like what? Tell me something.
What's worse?
Like what? Come on, don't just use words, man.
Like saying that we don't need reparations. Who's saying that? Holding political seats.
Now who says that?
Politicians. Even Obama's African ass said that we don't need reparations.
Bro, you trying to choose Africans because you think we're weak or
he's a fucking African, and that's the example I'm bringing up. So what's worse, an African president saying that my people who are not his people don't need reparations, or a nigga calling you a musty booty scratcher when you was in high school?
So that's the reason you want to attack African because of
No,
Obama?
I'm asking you a question. Which is worse? The president who is an African saying that people that are not his people don't deserve what they're owed, or someone calling you a name when you were in high school? Which is worse?
I mean, like, I cannot compare those two, but what I'm saying,
the comparison is embarrassing. That's my point.
No, but bro, you're not proving no fucking point, man. You're just mad at Africans. You think we weak, bro. So the whole fucking shebang over here, there's a Latino, there's a bunch of people
I'm mad at Africans.
Why would you choose Africans, bro?
I'm mad at Africans.
You think we weak? Bro,
Do you think you're weak? You ran from your homeland, nigga. Do you think you're weak?
Nigga, you weak as fuck.
Watch your mouth. You ran from your homeland. You think you're weak. And yes, I'm mad at Africans' actions. I'm mad at Mexicans' actions, white people's actions. You feel me? I'm mad at the actions. If you do something that I'm going to be upset about, it don't matter if you're a black American. I've been mad at their actions too. But you're finna get some check-in, and we finna get something straight. And check this out, and you better not dare get up here and say anything that you would not say to us. If it was me, Red, in a room with you right now, you would be talking to us a certain way. So let's keep it that way. But I'm keeping it real with you. You need to accept this and know that, yeah, black Americans don't like the shit that y'all been doing. So what you gonna do about it? Is you gonna get your shit together, or is we gonna have to keep putting belts to your ass? Either way, we're okay with it.
Wisdom.
Hey, here's the thing, bro. Like, you guys have no solution, bro. You have no.
Actually, we do.
You don't. You just talking. You want to have view, bro. That's all you care about. That's all you care about, bro.
We don't negotiate
to have a fan base.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
No.
Check this out.
You see.
We don't need your approval.
You cut me
we
off.
don't
bro.
need your approval. That's the thing. We're not
Why are
asking
you
for your
cutting me off?
permission. Because look, we're not asking for your permission. You're an immigrant who came over here when you were 13.
Bro, we all immigrants, man. We all immigrants.
You're
we
an
all
immigrant.
Immigrants. We all.
You're an immigrant.
Stop using.
You're an immigrant. My family did not immigrate to this country, and we're not asking for your permission. We don't give a fuck about you. So why would we need to sit down and have a professional talk with you?
You prove my point now.
We don't know you.
Give a fuck about us. Exactly.
See, that's and that should be fine. But we're not doing anything to you, motherfucker. You in our shit.
So listen. Wisdom. We have done a lot for Africans, okay? Africans have never done nothing for us, okay? Africans don't give a fuck about what we got going on, so we don't give a fuck about what they got going on. We just match your energy, that's all. Nothing to be mad about. I mean, we not mad that y'all don't do shit for us, so don't be mad at us that we ain't doing shit for you. You know? Fair exchange ain't no robbery last time I checked. We don't owe y'all no loyalty. Y'all ain't never done nothing for us.
Bro, can I say something?
Go ahead.
You brought up Tariq Nasheed, right? So before Tariq, he was like, it's all Pan-Africans. What happened to him?
He was never a Pan-African.
He been Pan-African.
I'm not about to talk about Flex because he's not here to defend himself, but we can talk about me, okay? I used to be pro-Black, a fake Pan-African, okay? A lot of people in the comments used to be Pan-Africans, okay? Until we woke up. It's that simple. Pan-Africanism doesn't benefit Black Americans, okay? Can you name one thing that that Pan-Africanism has done for Black Americans that's tangible? Go ahead. Wisdom, tell us what Pan-Africanism have done for Black Americans. Go ahead.
Fighting for racism like Malcolm X?
He was a Black American. I said, what if Africans?
It's a Pan... okay, but...
He was a Black American.
African-American.
No. We not African Americans either. We're Black Americans. Tell me what Africans have done for Black Americans. No, listen,
it's all about reparation.
Time out. Listen, we ain't even talking about reparations. We talking about Pan-Africanism right now. Tell me what the African Pan-Africans have done for Black Americans and the Caribbeans too. Tell me what y'all have done for Black Americans. Don't name nothing that the Black Americans have done. Tell me what the Africans and Caribbeans have done for Black Americans. Go ahead.
Bro, you're trying to prove your point, bro.
I'm not trying. Listen, no. Oh, so the answer is nothing.
Yo, assalamu alaikum, brother, man. I know you're Muslim. We talked before.
So the answer is nothing. I'm not a Muslim. So the answer is nothing.
Oh, you're not Muslim now?
I've never talked to you before.
Nigga, bro, you from Chicago, bro.
Watch your fucking mouth. Don't call me
You're a Muslim, bro.
You African.
You
Watch
Muslim.
your mouth up here. Do not call me the N-word. You don't get to call me the N-word. I'm not your nigga.
I never call you nigga, bro.
Listen, dude. Watch your mouth. Okay, listen. Okay, here's the thing. Because I'm gonna wrap this up. Listen, when it comes to Pan-Africanism, it's nothing but an ideology. It's actually got nothing done for Black Americans. Okay, and speaking of Pan-Africanism, I want everybody to take a look at the screen. This is a tweet. Hold on, because I got a banner up. Where's this damn widget? 1 second, y'all. Damn it, I can't take it off right now. Sorry, some of y'all ain't gonna see these tweets all the way. Sorry on YouTube. Wait, media. 1 second, y'all. All right, I don't got time for that shit. Listen, if you take a look at the screen, this is a tweet from Mona Leo's manager back in the day. These are tweets from him from back in the day. If y'all don't know, Mona Leo is a rapper. She's married to another rapper named Stunner for Vegas. Some both C-level rappers, honestly. They ain't no B or A-listers, right? But whatever, they doing their thing, they're successful. But bottom line is, she used our Solon flag, our family's Solon flag, to make that song. What was it? Black Girls something. But bottom line is, she Pan-Africanized our movement, our delineation movement. We had a big issue with that. When we looked into it, we found out that her manager was going around calling Black Americans Akatas. Okay? Now, we were just talking about Pan-Africanism with this tether. Now, family, look at these tweets. Our brother Flex says, it's interesting that Mona Leo is going on her press run reprimanding Black Americans about the importance of Black unity with Caribbeans and Africans. But here are old tweets allegedly from her Nigerian manager referring to Black Americans as Akatas. His name is Uncle Toby. As you can see, the first tweet says, true, back to Akatas. Uncle Toby says, fuck y'all. Ricky G, ho, let's not turn this into Igbos versus Yorubas now. We're on the same team. It's the Akatas that we don't like, remember? Third tweet says Akatas. And the fourth tweet says, LOL, Akatas are always doing things the hard way, but where do you sit in political science? Basically trying to say we uneducated when we hold more degrees than them. We got damn near 12 million degrees in this country. We got 2-3 degrees for every immigrant that's here, African and Caribbean immigrant combined. Our people are educated. We're very successful. We're the richest melanated people on this earth. And that's another reason why these people are jealous of us. But bottom line is, does this look like Pan-African unity to you? We literally paved the way for these people to be able to come to our country. People like Uncle Toby, who's a Nigerian. And he's on the internet calling us Akatas. This is what we mean by disrespecting us publicly. And if you look at the timestamps, which is actually the most important part of this, yes, we brought receipts. Family, if you look at this, it says 2012. If you look at these receipts right here, they say 2012. Family, to everybody on YouTube, to the 83 people on YouTube, to the 264 people over here on TikTok, was Black Americans going around talking bad about Africans anywhere in private or publicly in 2012? Because I can't remember our people doing that.
Hey, Red, if we was,
let me know in the chat. Can we get a yes or no in the chat, family? Ronnie Mac, go ahead.
If we was, they should easily be able to bring up the receipts just like you got on the screen. And I'm gonna say something because I'm real quick and I'm gonna drop down because I gotta take care of some business. But hey, you see, when you have some simple questions, first off, dude, if you still in here, man, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. You's an ungrateful motherfucker, just like a lot of y'all. But you came over here when you was 13, bro. to our shit. That was made possible for our people. And we don't give a fuck about you. Do your thing, but don't become being disrespectful. We not African. And when he asked you why you wanted to be African so bad, you started giggling and you didn't answer him. And then he just asked you a simple question. What has Pan-Africanism did to benefit Black Americans? And do not answer anything that a Black American did. Nigga, you started giggling even harder. Oh, you just want to prove your point. Yeah. And you just proved his point. That's what we're talking about. It's a one-sided deal. And we're not into that. Nigga, we're not punks like you. If we would continue letting people do us dirty, then you can give us that label. But we're not that. And don't you ever forget that.
Yeah, y'all got us fucked up. Follow over on YouTube, FBA Red, if y'all want to watch on YouTube too. We got 86 people over there. We got people over here too. Everybody keep tapping the screen, get the likes up to 300K. Grab your daily heart if y'all haven't done so. Send some gifts, gift the panel. We got Ink up here, Ronnie Mac, Indigenous XI. Repost out the live, share it, and share it to y'all story. Indigenous, top of the morning, my brother. Are you there?
Rich Rising family, Rich Rising, always a blessing and an honor to be among my peers, my people, right, and having this conversation. I'm not as nice as FBA Red. I just want to warn these tethers that are listening. I'm just not as nice as he is. I think that all of you are tethers, right, by the definition, right? So these people are not immigrating, they're settling. Right. And so my issue with any person that is not immigrating but settling is that you are indeed a colonizer. I want you to take a look at these definitions. Settler colonialism. By definition, it is a structure where outside settlers, not immigrants, settlers move in to permanently replace or assimilate the indigenous population, often establishing themselves as a demographic majority, right? They want to lead to ethnic erasure. They want flat blackness. That's called settler colonialism. I'm going to give you another one. Exploitation colonialism. This focuses primarily on the economic exploitation of the colonized territory. Raw materials, labor, with less initial emphasis on mass settlement. So this means over the period of time, you use immigration, you exploit the loopholes, right? You increase your numbers by chain migration, birth tourism, right? Anchoring yourself by joining the military, marrying a citizen of that land, right? That's called exploitation. Exploitation also is you don't bring money over here, but you make money under the ethnic identity of another ethnic group and export that wealth. Not circulated within that community that you live in, whose identity that you're thriving on, whose foundation that you're building yourself upon, right? And then you export that wealth back to your country and you call it diaspora tax or a remittance. We are losing $100 billion plus a year to African countries. They're using our wealth, our education, and wealth is not just money, people. It's our heritage. It's our culture. It's our history. It's our legacy. It's our ancestry. It's our policies, right? This is what's happening to us. So that's exploitation, colonialism. Let's go to imperialism. We all understand that. We see it. We just thought it wouldn't happen by people with a similar, not same skin color. Imperialism is closely related to colonialization. It refers to the overarching policy, ethos, that means your philosophy, right? Or ideology of using power and or influence to control another nation or group. Why are you trying to throw your ancestry into places where it clearly does not fit? These people are not immigrating, they are settling. We've seen pilgrim after pilgrim after pilgrim. I don't give a fuck what these people's skin color look like. I give a damn what they're doing. Right? And it's not just happening in the United States. We see this happening in the UK. They're having deportation issues. All first world nations are deporting people.
South Africa is over there on the African continent doing the very same thing. You see the people in Barbados talking about the Haitians that are coming there and destroying their nation, right? Similar conversations all around the world. This is not just a Black American thing. This is about resource. This is about ethnic survival, where a people that are coming from a whole continent where they did historically use Black, it did lead to ethnic erasure. They can't even share a legacy in the African continent, right? They cannot come together for one purpose, right? Now, I want to say this. These people, all immigrants, are tethers. They are not over here because an African came over here and laid down the shovel and plowed a pathway for them. Whatever pathway that they are building themselves up on have been laid down by Black Americans. This is the reason why we call ourselves foundational. You're not over here with white tea skin getting these opportunities. You're coming over here to cosplay another ethnic group because your ethnic identity, your nationality has failed you. It makes no sense to fight in a foreign nation, to stay in that foreign nation. Meanwhile, we see no track record, no background of you fighting your government to stay in your nation, to uplift your people. You want to go to another land to make that land more comfortable for you. Rather, the land of your forefathers and mothers. Right? This is how you could tell a tether. This is how you could tell an anchor person. Right? They're anchoring themselves like this man used Malcolm X. You a whole African. Where are your African leaders at? We can start our leaders in the year 1500. In the year 1500, when Nat Turner was doing his thing, or when Crispus Attucks was doing his thing, where the fuck were the Africans at? Right? We can name these people. You understand? Benjamin Banneker of the 1700s. Bishop David Allen Payne of the 1700s. Name me one African leader, name me one Caribbean leader, or a motherfucking Haitian during that time. We have it on record. So this is what we're talking about, foundation. It has a date to it, to which people, us, have built their lives and livelihoods upon. We set this up for our generations and our progenitors, not theirs. So this is the reason why I have a problem. You are over here exporting our resources back to your homeland. That is not unity, and that is not solidarity, and that is not Pan-Africanism. Right? And what we're showing is not xenophobia. What we are doing is not white tea supremacy. Do you understand, colonial-minded people, what white tea supremacy actually look like? What it sounds like and what it becomes after it comes with a sound? Birth of a Nation, D.W. Griffin. First movie shown in the White House. Talked about what the United States of America, what white tea feared United States of America would become after emancipation. That was film turned reality. They wasn't just talking. White supremacy ain't just talking. It's an actual action. So when my brother Ronnie Mack said, we're not doing anything physically to you, you better be lucky. We do have a history of turning the fuck up. It's called the Red Summer in the summer of 68. It's called over 200 rebellions when people wanted to fuck around and find out. We don't take kindly to colonization under any skin color, under any rhetoric. We understand what you're doing to us. We can follow the money. We can pay attention to the black-white wealth gap, and we can follow the money, right? Now, we're not going to discount what white tea supremacy actually is, and we are the people that know it, ancestrally, historically, and personally, right? We know it. White tea supremacy ain't just, oh, we want these immigrants to get out of our country. That's not white tea supremacy. White tea supremacy is having your ass strung up. White tea supremacy is finding you in a pauper's grave without due process. White tea supremacy is white sheets coming up in your house and having demonstrations on your front lawn. White tea supremacy is you not trusting 911 under any circumstance, so you have to defend yourself. White tea supremacy, yeah, I don't have to keep going. We understand where white tea supremacy is. So when these people come up here talking about why y'all sound like white tea supremacy, we don't sound like white tea supremacy because that gets made into policy. Delineation is the safest, most effective thing that we can do, most non-violent thing we can do, but it's violent to them because they needed to settle upon another person's ethnic identity for their achievement. This is what we're dealing with, my people. Right? And I don't mean to preach to the choir, because we all know this information. This is not nothing new, and this is not a new conversation. So when these Africans are coming up here asking us why do we have a problem with Africans, our answer should simply be, because while you came over here, the purpose of you coming over here, you did not execute on. The Europeans increased their numbers after we left the South. We left them labor void. They decided, Southern Democrats decided to go over to Europe and bring a bunch of motherfucking unskilled Europeans over here in the 1900s, unskilled laborers, to replace the powerful artisans and skilled laborers that left the South. So we said, you know what? In the 1960s to the 1980s, we're going to do it. We're going to open up the borders, because that 1923 Johnson-Reed Act keeps melanated immigrants out of this country, right? So we want to increase our numbers, thus increasing our wealth. We were already on the track record to do it. Just follow the black-white wealth gap, right? Between 1880 and 1980, we are the most wealthiest ethnic group on USA soil. The black-white wealth gap is razor thin. If we've increased our numbers, why isn't our wealth gap razor thin anymore? It's because these people are feeding off of us, right? What immigrant do you know that needs to immigrate over here to join the military instead of joining theirs, right? What immigrant do you know that don't have a plan to settle, comes over here and not just have an opportunity, but get into politics to change policies to make it more comfortable for them? That's not immigration. That's settling. I want us to be keen on words, family, and hold these people responsible for what they're actually fucking doing. We are being hurt and harmed, and they do not care. You hear these people calling us Africans, so what is it to them if they're hurting another African? They don't care. So we don't fucking care. We don't have to, right? We're the only group, and I'm landing, we're the only ethnic group on this planet that can use the word and action of delineation and make it powerful. And when we delineate, we expose an entire country. We've exposed a political operation that's been going since the 1900s. We've exposed our leaders that help these motherfuckers like the NAACP, the CBC, Jesse Jackson, Reverend Al Sharpton, all of these motherfuckers. Delineation exposes other people's weakness. It exposes our Judas. And it raises and awakens our revolutionaries. What does delineation do, my people? It causes a dramatic change. What is the definition of revolution? To cause a dramatic change. We are to be dramatic about this. We are to wake up the masses. This is not a fucking game. I gave you 3 terms. Open up the conversation with it, and I promise I'm landing. Right? Settler colonialism. That's what these people are. I don't care why they here. Right? Exploitation colonialism. You can find it. This is when the people co-modify your holiday. And say Black history now includes me because I have a skin color. Not the legacy, not the ancestry, but the skin color. I'm going to buy BET. I'm going to buy Essence. I'm going to co-modify your holidays and your heritage, and I'm going to package it up, and I'm going to sell it back to you. Exploitation. It is our revolutionary WAR now. It is our time to take up this mantle and move our people in the direction we were going prior to us thinking that we can increase our numbers. If we changed a policy, an immigration policy, Hart-Celler Act 1965, if we changed the Johnson-Reed Act to the Hart-Celler Act, we are the people that can change it again. In the 1920s, we met with white Americans when we both found out how mass immigration hurts specifically Black Americans. But what white Americans were thinking, the Anglos and the WASP at that time, is they said that immigrants were taking America's soul. White Americans ain't got no goddamn soul. They were concerned with what you were extracting from Black Americans. So after WAR1, a lot of immigrants, European immigrants, left the goddamn country, right? Because we were at WAR with them, right? These new group of British people were at WAR with them. So what happened after they left, family? I'm gonna tell you this: our industries across every level, food, personal services, banking, finances, political, everything increased. So when they say, oh, what's going to happen when we leave? We're going to take over our shit. We're going to take that shit right back. The shit that we gave up to you because, yeah, you had a similar skin color and we want you to get set up. We owned them goddamn gas stations before you got here. We owned the candy stores and the convenience stores. We owned the record shops and the libraries. We opened our own motherfucking schools. We had over 500 hospitals that were Black funded, owned, and operated with our own hospital and ambulance networks. We did it without you. We just thought that we shared with you. So don't ask us why the fuck are we mad. Study what you fucking did. Take accountability. Take your Black ass back home if you are Black. You shouldn't have a problem with me telling you to take your Black ass home and fix your shit. Now, and I'm going to land here, I promise, 20 more seconds. I'm from the 80s. I seen when these immigrants mass immigrated over here. I went to foreign language middle, right? I went to Longan Elementary School. I spoke French from goddamn pre-K to the 12th grade. Because of mass immigration, it changed even our magnet themes. So when I say settler colonialism, I want you to think about the magnet themes that came to your motherfucking schools, where these people would have you speaking Spanish to make more money rather than goddamn English, which is the trade language used all around the motherfucking world. Look how we got changed. My goddamn gym teacher, math teacher, science teacher, and goddamn it, the only teacher that I didn't have that was from France was my English teacher. You understand, family? We are being colonized. We have been colonized. Wake the fuck up. This ain't about your emotion. This ain't about trauma bonding. Right? This is about the real spiel. This is about your motherfucking grandkids 65 years from now. If we don't deal with this issue now, think of how prevalent it's going to be for them. It's going to be nearly impossible for them to handle this. It's nearly impossible for us to handle it now, but we have the people and the time to do it. And I'm going to land my plane for now, family. I'm going to yield the mic. I appreciate the space. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the gifts, family. Continue to gift this live. Continue to share out the live. Continue to amplify this information and meet with your people in person. Don't just come to TikTok. Don't just go to YouTube. Go to Chicago. Find you an Ink. Find you an FBA Red. Right? Come to Kansas City. Find me. Right? In your local neighborhood. Build with people who think like you. Create that LLC. Right? You start the commission Juneteenth. You do the commission for Black History Month. And you regulate the shit. Right? We don't allow nobody else to co-modify a motherfucking thing. It's time to start protecting everything. And I land, family. Love y'all. Have a Black American power.
Love you too, family. Whew. Broski, every time he come up, my goodness, bro cooking early in the morning.
Hey, can I say something real quick, Ray?
Big shout out to the family. Go ahead, gang.
Yeah, shout out to the family. Yeah, he
Send
right.
that brother some gifts. Send that brother some gifts. Send him some love. Big shout out to the family. Y'all follow him too. He be going live too and dropping great content for the family. Bring a lot of scholarship to the table. That's our brother Indigenous XI. Go ahead, Ronnie Mac.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with everything. And shit, I'm going to meet up with Pure Love again this weekend. You feel me? Building my relationship with a sister that I adore on here. And who does some amazing things, you know, and I've been meeting people off of TikTok, even in Atlanta, you feel me? Pulling up and getting the soldiers together and spreading my wings and branching out for future moves that are going to be made, you feel me? So he's definitely right about getting together with the people outside of TikTok where you could even, you know, keep our moves more private and meet these people we're talking to that share the same sentiments and are on the same wavelength and energy level that we're all on. You feel me? It only makes sense. Yeah, and I just want to say, man, shit, Yeah, thank you for having me on here, Red. Brody went in. I wish a motherfucker would. I'm gonna let everybody know I'm not a tough guy. You feel me? I'm the light skinned nigga. You know, you don't get no points fucking with the light skinned nigga. I'm not big and bad or nothing. But I wish a motherfucker that we ain't never did nothing to gonna come over and get to talking crazy and disrespectful. Like we ain't supposed to do nothing about it. And like we ain't finna at least say something about it. Fuck out of here. Nigga, it'll be a cold day in hell before something like that ever happens. You feel me? And I'm not gonna say nothing or do nothing. You feel me? And I know y'all feel the same damn way. And I'm gonna land with that.
Yeah, you know it. We ain't fucking around. Big shout out to the family, man. They know what it is. With that being said, yeah, everybody keep tapping the screen. Go ahead, Indigenous, go ahead.
My bad, family. So I just wanted to say this too, family. So when we're calling when some of us identify as foundational Black Americans, right? I want us to understand that that's not just, FBA is not just a lineage. It's not just about genealogy, right? It is about our history, right? It's people that were like, we had a name before we were foundational and Black and or, you know what I'm saying, American, right? So the foundation of what these people are walking on, the foundation in which this country was built upon, right? That's the foundation that we're talking about, right? We had like the first integrated businesses, industries on USA soil, right? So the fact that different diverse people can work together that's our foundation. There are two type of people on this planet. There are those that are carrying a shovel, and then there's those that are walking a path, right? So answer this. If you find any immigrant on the soil, so white tea, black, melanated, don't matter. What is the name of their leader that came to the United States to fight for the rights of their progenitors? What is the name of that leader? Because if they cannot answer that, right, and they give credit to Black Americans for doing that, then they understand what foundational means, right? It wasn't their foundation that they're walking on over here. It's ours. So when they say, oh, I left my country and I came to your country because I wanted a better life, that better life was not carved out by anybody that looks like you or in your ancestry, right? Why would our ancestors benefit from people, right, that are not directly in their lineage? We come from people that when we go back to the South, we see all of our family members buried in one place. We had family. You understand me? We got family graves. We have family graves. You understand what I'm saying? So our people were telling us, I might be gone, but damn it, there's a headstone here with your last name on it, telling you that I came before you, right? So go with my story. Foundational is your genealogy too, according to that history, right? So when a motherfucking African want to come up here talking about, oh, you know, Africa helped y'all in a major way, or the Caribbean or Haiti helped y'all in a major way. Okay, well, let's just start at 1500, right? Because when I do my genealogy, matter of fact, fuck it, that's unfair. Let's start at 1700, because when I do my genealogy, I find a person in the 1700s. He's called great-great-great-grandpa, right? Where's your person in the 1700s, and what were they doing? It wasn't just my grandpa was just born here. No, he was with other leaders like Bishop David Allen Payne, Benjamin Banneker, all these other people laying the foundation of what we stand on today. And we ain't giving up a motherfucking inch, right? We ain't giving up not one sacrifice. That's what foundational means. It means I'm putting belt to your ass because of the disrespect that you have for the foundation that your people did not create for you, that my people did. And there's no reciprocal relationship, right? There's no foundational Africans, because what foundation do they have? There's no foundational Haitian. They never realized what they never became what they established themselves to be, a refuge for people, for melanated people to run to flee persecution, right? If we were to flee somewhere, it's supposed to be to Haiti, but we see the reverse happening. They never became foundational, right? The Caribbean is not foundational. African countries, all 54, 56 in that union are now foundational. And how can, and I'm going to land here. Do not listen to any Africans that are bragging about Africa. Africa receives 2/3 of its funding from outside non-African countries and organizations, like the European Union, who is their major contributor. The United States of America, who is the second greatest contributor. The Bill Gates Foundation, who is the third largest contributor. Do you understand, family, what happens when you only control 1/3 of the wealth in your fucking continent? I didn't say country, I said continent. You only contribute 1/3 of the funding that is required to run a continent. That means that you don't control your own fucking decisions. And you want to come over here and settle your ass into a place to where you could make your own decisions through unity and solidarity, but you set up your own enclaves. You have your own organizations called Nigerian Development Fund and Congolese Development Fund. You got the goddamn, I saw the Liberian goddamn Flag Day celebration yesterday in Philadelphia. I swear, in my history, right, my historical studies, didn't they get their independence from the Americas on that same day? Independence from America, but you got your ass over here in Philadelphia celebrating your goddamn, come on now. Y'all not feeling what I'm saying. And if you are, gangsters don't dance, we fucking move. I land.
Yeah, I feel you 100%, my nigga, and I'm with you on everything.
Oh yeah, bro ain't fucking around. And here's my thing. How are we supposed to unite with people who won't even unite amongst themselves, right? I mean, look at the continent. We know how that's going, right? But let's take a look at America, right? Do you guys think Africans are united in America? Because they're not. The Caribbeans aren't either. They're not even united in their own home countries where they come from. All right? With that being said, how can we unite with people who won't even unite with each other when they're in a foreign land? I mean, they all have a lot in common, right? But they still won't unite. I bring that up to say this, because speaking on white supremacy, right? We the ones who fight against it. The Africans and Caribbeans come here and they don't. I've literally talked to them. We've talked to them so many times and they tell us, why would we come here and fight white supremacy? They feel like it's not their fight. They know it's not their country, so they don't think they have to fight white supremacy. They look at it like, this your country, motherfucker, you fight it. Okay, fine. You fight against it too, because you're gonna go through white supremacy too. Speaking of white supremacy, this young girl right here on the screen was 16 years old. Her name was Juliana Nzita. She was found strange fruited in the back of a church. This was in end of May, June, not too long ago, last month. And she immigrated here from the Democratic Republic of Congo to North Carolina. She was only 16. I've literally brought this conversation up to multiple, about 7, 8 Africans on this app, multiple times on X, multiple times on social media, period, in my conversations with these people. None of them care. As a matter of fact, wait, there was one person who did care. It was a woman. Nobody else cared. They said, they don't got nothing to do with me. She from the Democratic Republic of Congo. But I'm like, damn, you in America though. You don't care? You don't care about a 16-year-old girl who went through this? That's crazy. They haven't done nothing. They haven't came together and figured out what they was going to do about this. They won't even fight white supremacy when it strikes them and hit home. And one of their children get took out. This little girl, foul play. Come on now. We know melanated people don't do this to themselves. White people do that shit to themselves the most. And if melanated people do it, it's not going to be in this fashion. We ain't out here fucking strange fruiting ourselves. I mean, that's pretty wild to do. All right. But anyway, my point is, these people won't even come together and in their own communities and fight for her justice. So they definitely not gonna fight for ours. There was another kid.
Hey, Ray, let me back you up real quick. Let me back that up real quick.
Go ahead.
Family, right now in Ghana, they have a political party, right? So they come over here and want to get all involved in our politics, so I'm up in their asses too. So now they have a party over there called the National Political Party, the MPP, something like that there. Over 14 members are about to be arrested, indicted, and imprisoned for embezzling goddamn funds, right? So even right in their politics, they don't work with each other. Over in Nigeria, last week, President Tinubu, right, his internal security people found over 40 military leaders, right? These are officers that were conspiring to lead a coup to unseat his ass and unalive him. So when we say that they don't work together, we really mean it, right? When Burkina Faso had to come to the United States to talk to goddamn Donald Trump about helping him increase the quality of his healthcare system, right? He didn't turn to no Cote d'Ivoire. He didn't turn to Ghana or Nigeria and the bordering nations, right? He turned to the most developed people on the motherfucking planet, right? So when FBA Red is up here talking about you guys do not work with each other, right? We see Jamaicans over there in Jamaica talking about they don't want the deportees, right? So all of this type of shit that, you know, all that we're talking about is exactly true. You refuse to work with each other, right? Talking about Africa this, Africa that. 1.8 billion people and 0 fully developed countries on that entire continent. That tells us everything we need to know. 60 years after emancipation, and I'm going to be very quick, we had 78 to 100 HBCUs. We had 200 hospitals, right? We had railroad systems. We had libraries. We had over, goodness gracious, I'm talking about immediately after emancipation, people, right? Immediately after their independence, you know a lot about a people, right? When you give them a little bit of freedom. Immediately after the African nations got their independence. And you can even look at this in Jamaica with the JNP and the PLP party, the PNP party. You can look at this in Haiti, where after 1804, 1805, they began to split into 3 different kingdoms, right? So after these countries got their independence, they started infighting, right? No white tea this, no white tea that, nothing that the white tea man was doing to them. No, what they did to the goddamn selves, because everybody wanted to be at the top. Everybody wanted the dominant culture, like the Igbo or the Yoruba, right? Or the Hutus or the Tutsis, right? That's tribal shit. What happened immediately after emancipation? Did we have an infighting amongst ourselves? I don't think so. I think that we went and created towns. I think we immediately went back into nation building. See, I say back into nation building because what we did after emancipation, people don't do that shit day one. Before, during, and after slavery and enslavement, because those are 2 different things, we were skilled artisans. Hell, we had people on the plantation at the job, right? Because you can replace slave with worker. But we had slaves on plantations that were selling themselves and selling their work. They were able to rent themselves out. Right? You don't hear about this shit nowhere else. So what is we talking about, people? This is the reason why we say foundational. Right? Because you can track it. It has a date. What is the date of these people's foundation? Right? When you accept it immediately after getting your independence, your colonizers' way of life. Right? This is now how you begin to understand who we are dealing with. They were raised by their colonizers. We were not. We maintained our family as best as we could. Immediately after emancipation, what did we start doing? We started opening up newspapers like the Christian Journal, right? Where we took out ads looking for displaced family members. And we found them and we brought them back to us. What happened after Katrina when we were displaced? Right? We found our fucking family. Right? It wasn't no people in Houston talking about, oh, we don't want them. We don't want them over here. No. We accepted each other. Right? What happens if Indigenous gets in trouble in old Kansas City, Missouri? I got family everywhere. Right? I ain't got to leave no motherfucking country. I can just go to the next city, the next county, the next parish, the next commonwealth. You understand what I'm saying, family? That's what we do. That's what we do. And I'm going to land right there. See, we don't have the infighting that they have in their history. And they want to tell you, oh, it's because the white T man did this. Oh, and then They don't want to fight for themselves because every time we tell them to go home, who do they tell to tell their government to move their military bases? They tell Black Americans, tell your government to move your military bases and we'll go home. Well, two things about that. One, we don't fight for you, right? You work with your motherfucking government and you tell your government and you back your government up when they have that conversation with this government, right? The other thing that I would say to that is that you're not only found in countries with a military presence in your fucking country, right? So what do you say to that, right? Are any Haitians over in Kenya right now that we see Kenyan military uniforms on their fucking soil? No. So that's not really the excuse. That's not really the reason why they're over here, right? They're over here for that opportunity because they were raised by colonizers. So the only thing they know to be is neo-colonialists. So when they use the word Black, they're using Black like a colonial-minded person. I give you this. When they use Black, they're not talking about legacy or ancestry. They're talking about an adjective. They're talking about a descriptor, the way they think their skin looks. See, this is psychological to them. This is reality to us. Pan-Africanism is a fucking dream, right? Because no country is borderless. If it were, then no country would have flags denoting sovereignty and nationality. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. You understand what I'm saying? We scholars up here. We've had time to dig into this and understand the harms on an intimate level, right? I'm a land. I don't want to take over. You know what? I got to go to work. I got to work anyway. So you can drop me down, Red, because listen, family, you know how I do. You can go and drop me down. I'll be in the comments, family.
I know it's all good.
I'm about to use PTO today.
Yeah, look, it's belt to ass, goddammit. It's belt to ass.
Okay, well, you can drop me down, Brody. I'll be in the comments listening.
I got you. Love, broski. Thank you for coming up and cooking and blessing everybody with your presence today.
Yeah, I like to add one more on top of that. Red. Look at fucking Dominican Republic in Haiti. These people are literally on an island, smaller than I like the size of New York City, smaller than probably KC. You feel me? But they're on a very small island that these people have been on for hundreds and thousands of years. People are at WAR with each other every single day, talking about we're not them and don't come over here and you're using our resources, and they're deporting each other. But the Pan-Africanism and the diaspora is all supposed to work over here though. But on that little island that was once Hispaniola, which is separated by an imaginary line, they got it cracking over there against each other. And it's not stopping no time soon. But you come over here and we supposed to look out for everybody, and we all supposed to be brothers. I'm not with the sucker shit. You feel me? Keep that bullshit over there. Let's keep it real and stop trying to what they say, gaslight us and lie to us. Y'all can't get y'all shit together on that little island. Y'all share the same fucking island. Trying to talk about y'all not the same people. You don't knock it off.
South African dude came up earlier. He was like, I'm not African. I'm South African. Like, you still an African, nigga. Still say African in the name. I understand the South Africans, what they got going on, but you still African, bro. But real talk, you know what they say? Nobody hates Africa more than Africans. We love TikTok shop. Big shout out to the family. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Oh, yeah. Thank God it's Friday, right? Thank God it's Friday.
Good Friday.
Big shout out to everybody in the room. Yeah, big shout out to everybody in the room. Everybody keep tapping the screen. We almost at 400K. Grab your daily hearts. Send some gifts to the panel. We got Ink up here. We got Ronnie up here. Repost out the live. Share the live. What's up, Reen? You welcome. And big shout out to the chat. Thank y'all for being here and engaging.
The chat been going crazy. What you got going on today, Red? What's the plan?
Popping out later tonight. Broski birthday. But right now, it's belt to ass because I'm not going live tonight, so it's belt the ass right now. I'm enjoying this. We got 230 some people in here on TikTok. We got 97 people over here on YouTube. Big shout out to the YouTube family. Thank y'all for being here. This is the most people we ever had on YouTube. We just had 110 people in the room. It's gonna build up too. Eventually, we're gonna have a whole lot of people over there. But we got 300 plus people watching across both platforms. Big shout out to everybody in the room. Send a request if y'all want to come up. It's belt the ass time. Let's see. You got a weird ass profile picture, boy. I don't know who the fuck you are. Michael Johnson? Oh shit. Michael?
Yes, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? Are you a Black American?
Yes, I am a Black American. My name, I thought my name was giving it away. You might say Mike Jones, Johnson.
Oh no. So a lot of times the tethers they change their names when they come to the USA to sound more Americanized. You know, they'll go from Babatunde to possibly Michael Johnson. So, you know, I just gotta check. You got any immigrants in your family?
No, not that I'm aware of.
All righty. So, what you want to add in, brother? I know you've been listening to the conversation, or however you identify. I'm sorry, I just looked at your profile. You identify as a he or a she?
He.
All right, for sure. I'm just trying to be respectful. Go ahead. You want to speak? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a couple things because, like, I got my own personal things that I do myself for my Black community. And I'm also going to work every day with people that are Haitian and people that are African. And the truth is, there's so much to talk about, but one of the main things I noticed that the 400 years to 500 years that we was here in America, they just want to erase it. Act like it don't exist. Like I was at work, I just said, I had to show a couple guys. I was like, so the year is 2026. Black people in America fought for their freedom and got freed in 1865. I did the math and that was 165 years ago. And I said, my mama's 60 years old. How can you say I'm African when that would be 400 years of generations you would have to go back? So it just bothered me that I had to keep on explaining myself at my job and tell people at my job not to say the N-word. Because the N-word is offensive to me, a Black American, and you not Black. Even white people that I thought was smart, I had to explain what a Black American was versus an immigrant. So when people got on here and they said it was a takeover, it was, but they not stupid. Because I say that because if I use math and numbers to explain to you why we are who we are, and then the anti-Black part, I don't want to get too far in it, I'm gonna land it here. The anti-Black part is really getting to knowing, because I had a Black American at my job, at least now I'm gonna have to question that, because he's teaching immigrants how to say the N-word and I had to correct all of them. So, and then you got Black Americans here trying to say they going by their bloodline and they don't consider themselves part of the rest of the Black people in America. So the anti-Black part, I really want us to tackle that as a community so we can get people that are immigrants into this country to stop disrespecting people that was born and raised here with all their family. Because the N-word is something that nobody should be using unless they're a Black American.
That's true. We check them all the time. We don't even let them say that up here. I don't know if you noticed or not, but we check them every time they use the N-word. We don't do that.
I keep that same energy in real life. You feel me? And like I said, guy, I'm not tough for nothing, you guys, but just how I be respectful to people on here, I do that shit in real life, and just how I could, you feel me, talk direct as fuck and say whatever to you on here, I do this shit in real life. And you're not gonna be coming on here saying nigga, because if you was in front of me in real life at the grocery store or a football game, I'm gonna say, hey, don't say that, and they're gonna ask me why, and I'm gonna say because you're not black, and it can go from there, or it can stop.
You know what a guy told me at my job? This is at my job. Guy said he's from Nicaragua. I hope I said the country right. Nicaragua, if y'all know it.
You say Nicaragua, it's all good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I suck at that stuff. He told me he had mixed parents. One parent was African and the other parent was something else. I forget what he said. He said because white, I think he said white, because they was mixed and he was from Nicaragua, that meant he was black. And he could say the N-word. I had to explain to him, man, that's a whole nother country.
They don't say that shit in Nicaragua. You're only saying that because you're over here. They understand the difference. That's why if you check them, they understand the difference. And if they end up getting a BTA in real life, they're not going to be confused on why that happened.
The man looked Mexican, and he said he was mixed. That's why I was like, who raised him to think this slow? He was Mexican.
But also, too, it'd be people where you come from. I'm from California, and I'll admit, there's a lot of people who let that shit slide. There's been times in my life when I've let it slide, but it's like, nigga, I can't fight everybody. You feel me? But I grew up getting into it with white boys and Mexicans over shit like that.
What I do at my job, I let them know it's offensive. I know I'm a big guy. I ain't no boxer. I'm a wrestler. So I let them know it's offensive. And if they keep doing it, I say, you know, that's disrespectful and it's offensive, right? It shows how much they have respect for us as a people. And if they keep disrespecting us as a people, and you ask them, like, if I respect your culture and your people, why you gonna keep disrespecting my people? Saying the N-word is disrespectful.
You know what you got to do? Go to HR. That'll help you.
I try to stick by the black code, but you might be right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We've talked about this multiple times too.
I know the black code.
We don't speak up for ourselves enough. I hate to call it snitching or telling, but we don't speak out against shit enough. Whenever we try to get even politically, when we try to get a race-based policy passed, they don't let it go. But then these other people, they get it passed, and then we don't sue or nothing. And those people be quick to sue if they can't get access to something that we get. So we need to start doing that more as well. Yeah, man. Honestly, that's part of your safety. You know what I'm saying? And workplace environment. So if all you gotta do is say that it's harmful. You know what I'm saying?
That code is hard. That code be in the back of your head even when something wrong is happening.
Mm-hmm. And look, we gotta. That's a programming. I'm not gonna say it's necessarily inherently a bad one, but I'll just say this: that's a programming that we gotta unprogram ourselves from. Because I be talking with my partner. He an OG from Eastside Piru. He stay up in Illinois. I talk to him daily, and we be having just asking, oh well, if someone did this, what would you do? You feel me? Because we both from the streets, but we're living different lives now. But we be having these talks, and I'm a land, but we have this talk, and I say to him, like, that black code you're speaking about, nigga, we're the ones that stand on business no matter what we do in life. So I'm from California, nigga. You know the Mexicans in California that are in the streets. You know if when it comes to getting it cracking in the streets, you know that the Mexicans don't got no problem with other Mexicans telling on a Negro. They'll have no problem calling the cops on you and getting a brother out the way, and the other Mexicans in the streets won't hold it against them. But if you's a Negro and you call the cops on Mexicans, other brothers are gonna look at you like, oh, this nigga's a snitch. You feel me? Like that shit like that is detrimental to us, because when you're in a WAR, especially something in the streets like that, they got the cops on their side. They're literally using the cops as a weapon in their arsenal. And we be like, fuck the cops and fuck them, while they're working with the police to get rid of us. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So that stretches over to politics and even inside your job, what you talking about. My partner, he work a square job now, you feel me? But he be like, man, I look at it like this. This ain't the streets no more. This is my job. This is my safety. This is my well-being. This is how I take care of my family. And the politics ain't the same here. And he was like, I had to stop looking at that condition. He's like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a talk with them myself because I'm a black man. He was like, and if people don't want to get their shit together, he's like, what am I supposed to do? Throw my freedom away and smash on them at work? He was like, no, I got to play the game they will. I'm like, bro said, take that shit to AR. You feel me? I know.
Nah, you're right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
So, Michael, anything else you want to add before I move on to the next person? We got a line.
One more thing. I do want to just let y'all know just a little bit about myself. I ain't going to talk too long because it's too long of a story. I was in college, D2 wrestler. I graduated from Warren Central High School. I'm from Indianapolis. When I went to college, I graduated from my JUCO, 2-year school, went to a D2 school in Lindenwood University, got charged with a felony out there. And as a black person, my pride in myself and my people, they charged me in St. Charles County, Missouri, across the bridge from St. Louis, of 6 different charges. Knowingly infecting someone with HIV. I'm HIV positive, by the way. Knowingly exposing someone to HIV. Okay. 3 counts of knowingly attempting to expose someone HIV. That happened in 2013. At the time, I could.
Okay, sorry, I'm not trying to. You don't gotta. We listen. Thank you for your honesty. Not trying to disrespect you or nothing, but we ain't gonna. You don't gotta, give out that information to people, especially on TikTok. People will take this and use it against you. I'm happy that you out and honest about it. Sound like you've been through some stuff. You done learn some lessons. I'm an
activist.
Okay, good. You should be, because I
really am. I'm an activist. I talk about my case to a lot of people, to black people, so they can know what happened.
Okay.
My case was worldwide. They used me as a poster child, and this case has never been charged in the St. Charles County before me or after me. And then they used my case to change the law in the entire state of Missouri.
Okay. For sure. So, thank you. When you could turn a negative into a positive.
That's what I really wanted to say.
No pun intended. That's the beautiful thing. Big shout out to you.
I'm free now. I had a lot of black people come out and support me. And, I use my voice and my story to help others and to.
Okay. No disrespect. Shout out to you. We get it. Thank you. I know. I could tell you passionate about it, not trying to be disrespectful. Thank you. Big shout out to you. I don't want people to give up too much information on themselves. I had to cut you down for your own safety as well. People on this app, like I say, they'll try to hold this stuff against you. Sometimes people be in here recording. I don't want you to put yourself out there like that. I mean, it sounds like it's already out there, and you're comfortable with it. So shout out to you, for trying to right your wrongs. But yeah, family, let's take a breather real quick. Can y'all spray the chat? Spray some Lake Lanier water. Let's bless the chat with some of our ancestors' Lake Lanier water, some Montgomery Broad water. We're gonna air it out. Smells like dashiki must and flip-flops. Let's get the likes up to 400,000. We almost there. Grab y'all daily hearts if y'all haven't done so already. I can't stand y'all in the chat. Repost the live. Share it out. I can't stand y'all. God damn in these comments. I love y'all. My goodness, these comments are brutal. My goodness. My goodness, family. Y'all gotta be nice. Y'all as mean as hell. Y'all next. Pre-P-R-E.
Hi, bro.
Hey, where you from?
Oh, no, you're not brothers. Yeah, I'm from Africa, actually. But I like the guy. Michael, I like you, bro. Michael, thank you very much, Michael.
Who is Michael?
Good luck, Michael.
Who is Michael?
Now you're acting like CNN here. Yeah? CNN I taught you a lot, yeah?
You said I'm like CNN?
Brother was right.
You said we like CNN Michael, over here?
Heart, don't give up, Michael. We love you, Michael.
Okay, all right.
Thank you for it.
Okay, that's two strange Strange calls in a row. So I don't know what you got going on. I'm not Michael. I think you sleepwalking or you sleep scrolling. He sleep just scrolling on TikTok on his phone. Niggas be sleepwalking. He sleep scrolling. Then walked into the live. Michael, you over there dreaming about another man.
Hey, Red, your prompt is funny as fuck, nigga.
Oh, you fuck with it?
This nigga.
No, seriously, these people are obsessed with us. They cry about us all damn day, family. So now I'm offering tether therapy sessions. Come here, baby. Hold on. I got my son right here. We offering tether therapy sessions. Yes, and as you can see, one of the tethers on the couch, she like, FBA Red, he's so mean. This live is dedicated to the girl that ran to Flex and told on me. We giving out therapy sessions now. Big shout out to you, Michael. Big shout out to you. But as you can see from the therapy session, she was diagnosed with belt to ass. What you want? You want your phone?
Hey, Red,
give me a second.
Thank you. I thought about that too, Red, 'cause I be thinking about shit all the time. When I heard that playback and I heard people running and telling, right? I started taking a shower and I be thinking about shit in the shower, and I started thinking about the mental, because I be trying to put myself in other people's shoes so I can get an understanding of like people's behaviors and why, like, where people be coming from, so I could learn about people and how to approach and maybe just be learning about shit. And I was like, something got to be wrong with a motherfucker's mental, because if there's somebody that you don't like, or for me, for instance, I've went in people's lives before and I didn't like what I seen up there, so I got up there. I try to have my talk, say my piece or whatever was going on, and motherfuckers on the live was treating me in a way that I did not like. And they was cutting my mic off and disrespecting me and talking to me all type of ways that they wouldn't be doing in real life and all this shit, right? And it made me upset. And they dropped me down. I was in the comments talking my shit. But nigga, after that experience, I never went back into those lives. I might have seen those lives, I scrolled past them, but I didn't go up there and do that to myself no more, because I did not like that shit. And I didn't, for me, I go to where I'm liked. I go to where I'm loved. I went to other new lives and found out, oh, these niggas are going to do the same thing to me. But I didn't repeat those same steps of putting my upstairs. You feel me? Yeah, they need some type of therapy. That's the conclusion I came to when I was in the show.
Yes, they do. They need therapy, and that's why I'm offering these tether therapy sessions. There's been a lot of BTA, so now we need some TTS, tether therapy sessions. They keep running to Tariq on me. FBA Red, nigga. He is a problem, nigga. They be just conspiring about me. Bro, we don't even be on live all damn day. These people could be conspiring and shit. Trying to find out who motherfuckers is. They trying to find out everything they can so they can motherfucking just take a nigga page down. They want to get you banned. Like, bro, why don't y'all just go fix your own country? Stop being assholes. You know, the only people that's mad at FBAs are tethers. They're the only people that be mad at us. Like, you a tether, man. Listen, some of y'all have been diagnosed with belt to ass, extreme belt to ass. If you talked to us before, then you're probably suffering from extreme belt to ass. The girl that told on us, we spoke to her a month ago, G. It was over a month ago, a little bit over a month ago. And then she just now running to Tariq. You know, he don't let everybody up on his panel, so it's kind of hard to get up anyway. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you telling on me from a month ago? That's crazy. You still didn't get over that shit? You more mad at me than the people in your homeland? My goodness. You act like I destroyed you and your people. Shit. I don't know who this PRE person is, but you definitely not coming back up. Your little ass is crazy. I don't know what the hell wrong with you. You sleepwalking, scrolling by the nigga named Michael. Nah, you ain't coming back up here. I'm scared of what the fuck you gonna say next. Creepy motherfucker. Let me see. Let's let some people up. Let's see who's in the room. I'm just finna just accept these requests. Run through these requests right quick. Big shout out to the family, everybody in the room. It's Friday. We're gonna have a good day today. Yes, we are. And man, this live started late, but we in the building. Don't worry about it. We in the building. Shout out to everybody on their way to work. Got to get that money. You know what I'm saying? Buy a nigga something. Let me hold something. Y'all get money in this room. Big shout out to the family. Y'all know that's another thing that make these tethers mad when they go to our lives and we be giving each other money and shit and supporting each other. They like, fuck, nigga. Because this is also a form of group economics, you know, supporting our platforms and our people and each other. The host of the shows and the panelists. This is also group economics. We spread the money against around one another. Dream on. You're going to have to get out of here. Have a good day. Big shout out to the family. Thank y'all for the gifts and thank everybody for being here. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. What's up, Brody?
Remember when they was mad that they fellow African brethren had came to the live and did a service for us and we was paying him. They don't like to see nobody get no bread.
Oh yeah, they was mad when we was letting Maduka dance for us and show us Nigeria and shit. But every time he came in here, he made over $100 in gifts. Thank y'all for the gifts, family. Every time he came in here, he got he got over $100 in gifts. Thank y'all for the gifts and thank you my brother Indigenous. That was a cool ass gift. Thank you, family. But yeah. And you know what they said? They was like, y'all did that because y'all just want to be able to say y'all did something from Africans. We like, bro, we don't hate y'all, bro. Like, we love TikTok Shop. Like, our problem, it's not that we dislike or hate y'all. We don't like tethers. If you're not a tether, then you don't got shit to worry about. You know what I'm saying? But you're talking about Africans. We talking about the tethers. I mean, like I said, every African not a tether, bro. Belt ass. If you mad, you a tether. Shit. And you know me.
It's like I don't like tethers.
When I say tether, it's the hard R I'm using. Just to let y'all know. I'm using mine with the hard R. You a tether. Go ahead, Ronnie. Tether.
Yeah, I don't like the tethers or the I don't like the player HATER or ERSs either. If you don't like to see somebody get some dough, I fuck who it is, even if it's someone that, you know, I might think is a suck. I don't like.
Oh, you going in and out. You going in and out. You going in and out, bro.
Like I don't get down with that. I like.
You hear me?
Hello?
Your phone going in and out. You there?
Yeah, I'm pulling up to the house. Give me a second. I'll get back on.
Okay, for sure. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the room. Let's see who we got in here. Kzu.
Hey, what up with it, fam?
Hey, what's up? Where you from?
I'm from Kzu, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Pretty sure you know that's in between Chicago and Detroit, basically about the same distance.
You FBA?
Oh, all day. Yeah, my mother's mother, she was born in Tupelo. My dad's dad obviously was born in Okolona. Well, he was born in Egypt, Mississippi, but then he moved to Okolona where he met my dad's mom. So, yeah.
Okay. What brings you in? What you want to talk about, bro?
I mean, first, you know, when I happened to listen, because I was listening earlier, and, you know, I think one of the problems is when we heard the African make the condescending comment when he was talking about, I guess he had insulted the FBA brother who I guess just left not too long ago. And he was saying that, you must be a little bit, must have been not raised by a father because you felt some type of way about what I had said. But yet he was he was just complaining 20 minutes ago about being, you know, talked about being called an African booty scratcher 20 years ago. So I thought that was, I mean, that's essentially what they do. But more importantly, you know, to answer your prompt, I think this is the thing that I think is extremely important and should not be overlooked, is that we have a specific and unique BLOD line. You know what I'm saying? As Black Americans here. And I'm not saying it as something that you see as a cursory glance. I'm saying it because I've actually done the research. And I think a very, very important book that people need to read was one by Rebecca Skloot. She actually wrote the authorized biography of Henrietta Lacks. You see what I'm saying? And what's so important about that, in chapter 20, paragraph 3, she talked about how Black Americans have a unique BLOD line, and it's even rare amongst us. The specific, glucose genetic point that she raised, it was called G6 PD-A, which is glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase A. So that was, for a lot of the science heads, that's really what that's all about. But yeah, she talked about how it was even rare amongst us. And this was something that they had determined in 1966. So they had already known this for decades about how unique our BLOD line was and is still to this day. So I think that that's partly one of the reasons why not just them, but people all across the world want to find their way inside the BLOD line. And I remember I was listening to you a couple of days ago too, and we were talking, and it was some, y'all had briefly mentioned Haiti. And this is something that, I've been on a lot of different panels, and I don't think that's something that has been mentioned, but I think that it's extremely important. And that is this, and I'll be real quick. When we talk about Haiti, I think a lot of times people, when they read these books, because they have a compartmentalized view, they never really get to understanding how things truly actually work. And what do I mean? Let me help people. Now, when we take a look at the war, the French and Indian War, which happened in 1754 to 1763, it's actually 9 years, but they call it the 7-Year War. Why is this important? Because when the French lost that war, they gave their territory to Spain. Spain ruled Louisiana, supposedly, now we put that in quotation marks, until 1800. So even 9 years into their revolution, the French didn't even control Haiti. You see what I'm saying? Louisiana. So when we think about the idea that it was them that forced them to sell Louisiana to us, that wasn't the case, because it was owned by Spain. And in a secret meeting, which is, and people can look this up, it's called the Treaty of Ildefonso, ILLDEFONSO, the Treaty of Ildefonso, where Spain had sold Louisiana back to France so that they could sell it to the United States in 1800. And that was the third Treaty of Ildefonso. And then Spain did that because they wanted territories in Tuscany, Italy. You know what I'm saying? So, when we look at those things, this is crucial, because one thing that we talk about all the time is that we continue to keep contesting and arguing with people who don't even know their own history. And as the brother had mentioned earlier, a lot of, many of them, when they did achieve their independence or so-called independence, it was a lot of infighting amongst those individuals, like Alexander Pétion, who ruled the South. It was called the South Republic of Haiti. And then you had Henry Christophe, who named himself king or emperor. Right now, let's imagine, say for instance, like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King were able to achieve independence for us here in the United States on that scale, right? Like we just ruled the United States. You think that they would have called themselves emperors and kings? You see what I'm saying? So we talking about a people who are fully indoctrinated and have fully assimilated into that mindset, where it makes it practically impossible to do business with them, because niggas want you to break bread. Now that nigga talk about, we can sit down, we can talk, we can, iron and hash out our differences. No, we can't, because you niggas need to break bread. Nobody is sitting up here, trying to put these people on a level to where they can even sit at the table if you're not willing to already break bread, and you haven't been doing that. So since it's not reciprocal in that respect, nobody's going to sit up here and honor you with anything that you have to say, because they're doing projection in many ways. They're entertaining projection in many ways. And we've seen that they do that in many of the conversations and lives that you hold. But I definitely just want to say that if people are very serious about, understanding our BLOD line, that's a very important book to get, along with the book called Genetic Justice by Sheldon Kremsky, and it talks about that, because they talk about this DNA stuff all the time as if they know about it thoroughly, and they really don't. So that's where I think that, it's important for us to understand we are very unique in that aspect, and people around the whole globe know it, not just Africans.
Yeah, real Thank you.
Name of that book again, the first one?
The first one is Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skloot. Matter of fact, Oprah Winfrey did a series on it, a mini-series of HBO. That's what the movie about Henrietta Lacks is based off of. You see what I'm saying? And mind you, they use her BLOD to cure polio. You know what I'm saying? It literally is the foundation and the bedrock of 20th century and 21st century medicine. We have to understand that. So in addition to that, like what I was saying, I'll be real quick. When we talk about the pharmaceutical industry, literally the nickname for the United States is the OPEC of BLOOD. Our genetic information is in everybody in the planet, because if you took a Vax, if you took in some of these pharmaceutical medications, it's made out of our plasma. It's made out of, that's what that book exploits. That's why I say this is documented. Her book is a New York Times bestseller. And also get the book BLOOD Money by Kathleen McCollin. I think you spell her name McLaughlin. Kathleen McCollin. And she talks about that all that information. These are very, very important books for our FBA brothers and sisters, because it shows exactly how important we are as a BLOD line.
Yeah, I agree 100%. That's great information. It's crazy that you say that, because and for those of you who not familiar with Henrietta Lacks, she has regenerative cells. She's also part of the reason why hospitals have to get your consent before they do things to you, or your family's consent, because without her consent, they took her organs, and they've been testing and using it and making trillions of dollars ever since. Her cells are tested in a lot of things for cures and treatments for all types of different, medical issues. She has regenerative cells, though. You can't name one African who has that. Also, we got people like Albert Perry, whose bloodline goes back 350,000 years. You got people like Ramon Moses. His goes back 3.5 billion years. The genealogy companies don't even want him speaking about that or giving out too much information about that. I'll be talking to him right here on TikTok. His name Ramon Moses Zero. We also have FBAs who are direct descendants of people like Ramses II and Egyptian Pharaoh. Our bloodline is very, very unique. And we do have different genetic markers than Africans. We're not the same as them. We descendants of Shem, they descendants of Ham. Y'all know what it is, family. Big shout out to you, K-Zoo. Pretty P, you there? Ronnie Mac, hold on. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I'm here.
Quick?
Give me a second, bro.
Oh, Ink, what's up, sis? Okay.
No, I had a meeting, so I had to do it. But I'm glad he brought up the plasma, because I be telling y'all to stay away from the plasma centers that they put in the hoods all the time. There's a reason why they do that. And that if you don't know what a plasma center is, that's where they tell you to go draw blood, and they pay you the little funky $50 or $75. Stop doing that. And people is using our blood and our plasma to keep themselves alive.
Yeah.
Stop giving these people your DNA. And Red, I looked it up, so I told my mom about Henrietta Lacks. You know that they didn't disclose whatever amount they gave him, but they said that they finally paid the descendants or Henrietta Lacks' family. They finally gave them compensation. I think it was like 2021 or some shit. Crazy.
And how much was it? You remember?
Nah, they didn't disclose how much it was, but I'm like, nigga, what is this? 60, 70 years later?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure they didn't get them what clear, like even close to what it was being worth. So yeah. Oh man, that's why it is important for us we got to be careful submitting DNA samples to genealogy companies, because then you end up in situations that's like our brother Ramon Moses is in right now. They using his stuff, testing on it, and then they want to keep it under wraps because he's a Black American. And the crazy thing is, when they make these kind of findings, they like to try to attribute them to Africa. Like Albert Perry, for instance, his haplogroup is A00. They say in Cameroon, there are Cameroonian people from the Mbo tribe, MBO, and they're in the same haplogroup. Well, why is it that we don't know none of their names? That's a big conspiracy to me. Yeah, I think that's a lie. We don't know none of those people's names, but we know Albert Perry's name. I find it funny how his name is out there, but nobody else is from that haplogroup is out there. I just find that crazy because, he himself basically destroyed the Out of Africa theory. They think that Africans came about, modern day human beings, aka Homo sapiens, came out of Africa in 300,000 years ago. Well, if that's the case, why is Albert Perry's DNA over 300,000 years old? It's 348,000 years old. You understand what I'm saying? And this is his Y line, his father's line as well.
He's
So
not the only
yeah,
one in his village. It was over 1,000 of them that they did name. Albert Perry was just one of them. All of them had the same DNA and they was in the same haplogroup. But the even crazier thing about it, because I was that's the videos that I was sending you yesterday, because I was looking it up.
my bad. I didn't even get a chance to check them. I'm gonna check them
No,
today.
it's cool because I'm glad you brought this up. And you know how they always say that the out of Africa theory, this and that. You know, the out of Asia theory predates the out of Africa theory, right?
Yeah, and when did the out of Asia theory come about? And did that
This
have
was
anything to
like,
do with Pangea?
no, it didn't. But everybody believed that we descended from Asia. But the crazier part about the out of Asia theory, when you ask somebody, what's the biggest continent on Earth?
Is it Russia?
No.
Wait, Africa, right?
Most Africans will tell you that it is. Asia is the biggest continent.
Oh, Asia. Okay, I was gonna guess them next.
They have, they bigger than Africa. They have a bigger water source than Africa. They have more vegetation than Africa. And whoever's laughing in the comments, you can laugh all day long, but it's true. You can one Google could tell you. Asia is the biggest continent. Then it's Africa. Then it's North America.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, thank you, Lily, the Asiatic black man. That was a whole theory before we had the quote unquote out of Africa theory.
Go ahead, sis. Oh, was that it?
No, my bad. I was talking, but yeah, that's basically, you would hear Malcolm X talk about it. You would hear other people talk about it, especially in the 60s. That's when they started to push forth this whole out of Africa theory.
Elijah Muhammad, that's what he used to say. He said we were Asiatic.
A lot of NOIs say it and they believe it because that's what we were told first, that we came out of Asia. But that's what I was getting to, is that, my bad. How is it that we came out of Africa and y'all keep telling us every couple or so decades that it's something different? Africa wasn't always the place that they tried to pinpoint civilization. It was somewhere else, and that was Asia.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So who do we believe?
Exactly. And then when you look at modern day science, it's crazy too, because they also say we evolved from apes, and the oldest ape fossils. Looking now at the latest things, they just found another monkey fossil that's like 25 million years old. Well, if humans evolved from monkeys, like, make it make sense, bro. These people just be making up theories. And the thing about theories, none of them have been proven. Kzu, we're gonna go ahead and let you go. I'm finna end this live in a little bit, so I'm gonna just let everybody talk and then end the live. Kzu, go ahead. You want to add in one more thing? Go ahead.
Yeah, just one more thing right quick. The reason for that too, especially like you said, how it's been anchored into the scholastic framework, is simply because of one man specifically. His name was Aleś Hrdlicka. Aleś Hrdlicka was Czechoslovakian, but he actually was the head of the anthropology division in the Smithsonian Institute from 1903 to 1943. And what he did was he detested anybody who could make America seem ancient. That was his primary responsibility. And then when you move over to and that bled over into all scholastic research, right? Because they had to make it seem as if it was the new world. One thing, when you're dealing with this, you also have to understand, like we talked about in terms of genetic research, the way that they do it, we have to understand this. Those companies never share information amongst each other. The 23andMe's, Ancestry.com, they all have their own data banks. And what's so amazing about this is when you're talking about science and you're talking about haplogroups, which if people who don't know what haplogroups are, because I know those words are thrown out, a lot of people don't know, it literally just means half. You have mitochondrial DNA, which is your mother, and obviously paternal DNA, which can only go from father to son. A lot of times when they test us, they test the paternal side. And then a lot of them only test autosomal DNA, which is the 44, genes, because you have two smexual genes, right? The X and the Y or the X and the X. A lot of times you have to ask those companies to test for that, right? But they don't want to test the mitochondrial DNA because they know it's going to come right back here to the Americas. With that point being said, this is one thing that we have to understand. When they test, there are millions of groups in your blood. BLOD, I'm sorry about that. I love TikTok shop. But what happens is they only test for a couple hundred, and these are called AIMs, or ancestral identity markers. And conveniently enough, those ancestral identity markers are the very same markers that we already have had here, but then they end up putting in their BLOD across the continent, across the waters, so that it can actually match up. So they basically create a convenient truth, if you will. And I want to last say on this, it's kind of related to this, and I know you guys have spoke on this, but I think this is real deep, especially when we talk about what they're doing. Then that means that you become essentially a native of this land, so to speak. And so this is our policy here, which needs to be changed, but they understand exactly what they're doing in that respect. And they definitely know what they're doing in terms of these DNA companies who don't share information, who don't actually test the whole genome. And then they go about with this half-hearted, attempt to sit up here and say that they're honest in everything that they do, but we know that they're not. But I'll land my plane on that.
For sure. Big shout out to you, brother. Thanks for coming up. You said everything you needed to say. Thank you. Because I'll be explaining that same thing to people, and it's like you went a little bit more in depth with it, and I appreciate that. I didn't even have to chime in. That's perfect. Big shout out to you. They cooking this morning. Big shout out to the family. Pretty boy, what's going on, family?
What's up, family? Respect.
Let me give you a follow, bro. You smart as hell. Big shout out to you, man. Pretty boy, go ahead, gang.
Yeah. Just to piggyback off what the brother was saying in regards to, the haplogroups, it's like these companies are getting sued left and right. You could look up any case, any of these sites, and they're getting sued left and right because a lot of it has to do with medical research and people and them using your DNA, your actual DNA that you're submitting for medical research, without your consent. So we got to be careful with giving that stuff away. You guys got to stop giving away your DNA stuff because they're using it for things that you're not even realizing what they're using it for. They're not using it to trace your lineage, because the thing is, just by you placing your information online or something, they're doing genealogy reports just like you or me can do. You know what I'm saying? Basically, they have access to multiple ways of getting information about you. So they're just doing that and saying, oh, well, it came from your blood, it came from your DNA. No, they just have governmental access to information about people just by your name. So they're doing the same thing. They're saying, oh, well, you came from here, and here, oh, you came from there. You know what I'm saying? Based off, and they're saying they're using genetic markers, but they're not. They're doing the same thing any simple person could do by doing genealogy, by just basically following your bloodline, following through your marriage, death records, things of that nature. So it's no crazy science what they're trying to make people think it is. And you can look up any one of these companies and you'll see lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. These people are getting sued. It's a scam. It's one of the biggest scams in the world.
Yeah. Dude, this one dude submitted his iguana DNA, and come to find out the iguana was Igbo. Yeah, so yeah, we ain't doing that one. Ronnie Mac, go ahead.
I got a question for the brother. Hey, if they
oh shit.
What?
No, I'm looking at what I'm reading this. Go ahead, Ronnie Mac.
Yeah, if they was just tracing your blood, pretty boy, how was we ending up in Africa? What ancestors is they testing out in Africa to make us end up there?
They using a reference panels.
Yeah, just using the reference panels, like it's just basically if somebody a marriage record, marriage documentation, like somebody from your family might have actually messed with a tether. You know what I'm saying? They were saying, and so they're basing off that. Things of that nature. It's kind of simple. When you really think about it, and that's what you can do, me and you can do, and sit down and spend hours and hours going through genealogy report, doing a genealogy report, doing a whole family tree, and you might find a tether there, and they'll be like, oh, that's tether right there. They came from Africa, and this is where you're from. You see what I'm saying? And also, and that gives it with that connection right there. That gives it's all about land rights. Then it bounces back to land rights to disconnect us from the original people, which we're here. We're deeply melanated people, which we are truly descendants of, to disconnect us from the land. It's the biggest freaking scam. It's easy to freaking do. You know?
Yeah, yep. And that's why the best thing to do when it comes to your genealogy is doing it with paperwork. You don't need to submit DNA. You don't need to You don't need to send in a DNA sample to a genealogy company to find out who you are. Okay. Ink, that's us.
I'm here.
Go ahead. You want to share some information about this? It says Asia.
Yeah, I just wanted to show because it was Africans that was trying to deny it or laughing, and it's the craziest thing because they be the main ones trying to tell us things, but they never do their own homework. They never have no types of facts, but they'll point the fingers at you're dumb, you don't know. No, you don't know. Asia is the largest continent, and that's just facts. Africa is second, and we looking at it right here. All it took was a simple Google search. But in school, this is the lie they'll try to tell you. They'll tell you that, Africa this. They try to point you to Africa. But whole time, Asia's bigger than Africa. And it has more greenery than Africa.
I want to say this real quick. To what you talking about, they let me know and stuff. So my barber, I forgot exactly what he had said, but he started saying that stuff that you guys be talking about the Shem and him. And he said something along the lines like, he's like, why do you think if you talk to an African person, he's like, they won't be able to tell you nothing about their history? And he said something before that, but anyways, but it made me start asking Africans, ask them whenever you talk to one of them and they try to say all this smart shit or whatever, ask an African, what's the name of the last book you read? And I bet you won't get an answer from them. A straight
Cat in
up
the Hat.
You feel me?
Oh my God.
Don't ask them. Don't ask them when was the last time you read a book. Don't ask them that. Say, what's the name of the last book you read? Start asking these Africans that. I bet you guys won't get no answers until they start Googling some shit.
Yeah, they're not really well versed on a lot of things, especially when it comes to us. And it's crazy because these people think they actually more intelligent than us. But when it comes to being Black Americans and knowing America, you ain't got us on that topic. Honestly, they ain't never won no debates with us. That's why they can't stand us so much. FBA, that nigga, you crazy. You got to deal with me. You got to deal with Ink. You got to deal with the gatekeepers. They come up here. We got too much scholarship for y'all to just come up here and just skate past with your nonsense. And then we got too much common sense. We too logical.
Yeah.
So it fucked their head up. And then I stand some things politically and just everything we stand for. It fucked their head up because we just standing on business. And we standing on the fact that we're not African. And it's okay not to be African. Look, it's okay to be African. If you African, be proud to be African. We not against you. We just don't want people using us as a come up. That's all. And we're not going to let our government erase us. And we're not going to let y'all assist them. That's what it boiled down to. I'm going to end this live in a second because they ain't hear mass reporting and I got to protect the live. So Pretty Boy, you got any last words before I end this live?
Yes, just to piggyback up what the whole thing about Asia, because when you really look at like the definition, we're taught that like continents, you have to be surrounded by what? 4 bodies of water, right? Correct? So when you really look at like the Europe is not really a separate continent. It's really Asia. But they always say, oh, this is a separate continent. No, it's not, because it's connected to Asia. Right. It's like, stop playing games. We're not stupid. You know what I mean? It's like we know what it is, you know, but they play these little games of schematics because they want to separate themselves from that part of the world. It's a superiority complex, and I'll land. Thanks for letting me up, Brad.
You know it.
Called Eurasia, but
Big shout out to you.
I was talking to somebody in the chat saying the same thing, but that's what Europeans do. What troglodytes, that's what they do. They will pretend like, so they will bend the rules for themselves, but they'll make everybody else abide by the rules that they set. And that's what we be getting on, the double standard. because it's really just 6 continents. It's not 7.
For sure. And somebody in the comments said Russia and Asia are connected.
It is Russia and Asia. Russia between
Russia's Asia.
between yep. It's between Asia, like China and Europe. It's right in the middle.
Russia and Asia. I mean, Russia and China are big as fuck.
Yeah, they are. But
Yeah,
they band together. That's Gog and Magog. They buddies, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
The
Ronnie
red
Mac.
bear.
I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You said something.
I'm saying that's the red bear. When y'all when you see what's the president name? Russia. What's his name?
Putin.
Yeah, when you see Putin, the Chinese president is never too far away. They always together.
Yeah, Putin. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of fake think he okay. But Ronnie Mac, you got any last words before we get up out of here? Go ahead.
Don't go against this.
Oh yeah. I don't like him that much, but go ahead, Ronnie Mac.
Yeah, no,
I just like the fact that he ain't scared and shit.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not scared of them, but I'm saying as who we really are, Putin is gonna be cool until the end times, and he's definitely going to go against. When I say us, I don't mean Trump and the rest of them. I mean us as who we are, our original identity.
Yeah, I believe it. Ronnie Mac, go ahead. You got the last word, and then it's on H. You get the final one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would just like to say appreciate you for letting me up. This was a good one, and everybody, y'all continue to be excellent and stay black.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to you, Ronnie Mac. That's one of the gatekeepers too. Queen Gatekeeper Inc. Go ahead, sis. You have the final word.
It's always a great live. Y'all know it is. But I'll be so glad when I be coming up in here and catching these people up. What I'm starting to do is starting to listen to these people when they speak for real. And anytime they start to do that little double standard, I'm going to call them out on it. Just so they can drop in and, crash out, do what they do. It's one of my favorite things now.
Yeah, you made dude drop.
Yeah, he was in his feelings. Same thing yesterday with Buddy from Cameroon, because they're going to stop doing it. You're not going to keep say something is okay for this one, but then try to say, oh, this wrong for that. No, we're not doing that.
Mm-hmm. And then I'd be curious because, just to hear what they want to say. I know it'd be annoying. People be in the crowd like, "Oh my fucking god!" But I'm like, look, let's y'all know we gonna cook them. I just be curious to wonder what do you really have to say? You coming up on these panels for what? What do you really want to say? And honestly, they just want to vent out their frustrations towards Black Americans. A lot of them use FBA as a proxy to just hurl insults at us because they already didn't like us before the delineation movement. Anyway, y'all better believe a lot of them didn't like us before this shit started. So they definitely gonna use this as a way to come up and air their frustrations out. You feel what I'm saying? But
Lying when they say that these Africans ain't never mess with us. I'm more inclined to believe her than I believe any of them. Oh, we don't have nothing against Black America.
That's not true. My grandma was born in the 30s. Why would she say that if it wasn't true? And it's not, we have FBAs that be in the audience who's in their 70s. They're not too far behind my grandma. So if they say the same thing too, who's really lying? Who lying on them? It's the truth, ain't it?
they know it's true because the same thing that they doing to us in America, they doing the same thing to the South Africans. Okay, so they do this today. They treat their own people the same way. All right, but with that being said, shout out to everybody that been in the room. We did real good on YouTube. This the most viewers we ever had in YouTube at one time. It got up to 120 something people in there. And I ain't been using the page like that. Been posting over there lately, but yeah, I guess I'll just be going live on YouTube at the same time we go live on TikTok. That way we can have 100, 200 people over there and 100, well, of course, at least 200 plus people over here. That's usually how I go. That way we can have about 400, 500 people watching at the same time, just across different platforms. Yeah. But big shout out to the YouTube family. Thank y'all for coming through. I told y'all we was gonna figure some things out for y'all and start bringing y'all some content over there. You can support us directly. The Cash App is on the little banner going past. If you want to support us,
Look at your likes.
Where? Oh yeah. And yeah, big shout out to the family. We got 400,000 likes. I realized that it helped just to put the little sticker down there to keep everybody tapping. That way I ain't got to keep reminding. That shit worked like a charm today. So going forward, I'll just put the stickers up whenever and let y'all know the goal for what we tapping for. I know some of y'all getting carpal tunnel fucking with us. I'm sorry, but those likes are very important. That we need all engagement we can get to get on the For You page and stay on it, because they love to take us off for no reason. Well, they took us off not too long ago. They double restricted the live. They was in here mass reporting because they didn't like the prompt. But to the girl BBL Smooth who went to Flex and told on me, I just want to let you know this live was for you. You know, go get you some therapy. You've been diagnosed with belt ass. Belt the flip-flops, belt the homeland, belt the mud hut, yes, belt the forehead, put your arm down. You'll be okay, all right? Stop running to Tariq and telling on me, okay? That's weird. To everybody in the room, letting y'all know we are offering tether therapy sessions. So if you know any tethers who have been diagnosed with belt ass, let us know. We also got reverse Tethernol. That's the opposite of the Tylenol. That's for us. It helps them stop being tethers and cosplaying. You know, one day you'll wake up, you're not going to put on the Air Force Ones. You're going to put on the Air Force flip-flops, okay? We're going to get that cosplaying and tethering out you. With that being said, let me go ahead and end this live. Before I do too much, sis, go ahead. You want any last words?
And shout out to Fly. She didn't got a promotion. She a moderator now.
Oh, yeah. And she down there moderating like hell, too. Big shout out to all the moderators in the chat.
Our moderators. Hey, Pure.
Big shout out to you, Fly. You should have been a moderator. Big shout out to all the moderators in the building. We love y'all. Everybody in the chat, we love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. If you coming in on the tail end things, the live is on YouTube on the FBA Red page. But listen, it's not the whole entire live. I started it maybe like an hour in or something like that. I don't even remember. I just know that it was not the full thing. I'll download the live and put it on YouTube as well. Speaking of YouTube, we got a video planned today at noon. Yes. Oh, speaking of the girl that told on me to flex, you're not the first or the last to tell on me. It's always funny whenever y'all do, though, because he fry y'all ass. He said y'all be shitting on the curb and wiping y'all ass with bricks. Hilarious. Anyway, the episode will be airing today at noon of the Sudanese girl telling on me to flex. We cover that. The full live will be playing at noon. If you a day one on YouTube, then you know that we pretty much premiere the lives every day at noon, and we'll be premiering today. With that being said, I'm out this bitch. Everybody enjoy Friday. I will not be going live tonight. It's my little brother's birthday, so we gonna be turning up and celebrating for my little brother. Starting midnight, so I won't be live tonight. I will see y'all Saturday night. Oh, and they not gonna like that prompt either. But I love y'all. Ink, thank you for coming up. You the best. That's the queen of gatekeeping. She got all the scholarship and she funny. Love sis. To everybody in the chat, we love y'all. Thank you for wishing my brother a happy birthday. Thank y'all. We really do appreciate that. Love y'all, family. Everybody take it easy. Gatekeeper signing out. We'll talk to y'all soon. Until you tethers, we do take EBT for your therapy sessions if you fucked up. This a ghetto ass tether therapy session. We take EBT.
We take TANF.
Yeah, we take everything. We take WIC. Just bring whatever you got. We take government assistance of any form, even if you got the stamps, like the paper stamps from back in the day. We can find a way to make them shits work. We take Cashapp, Venmo. We don't take bushmeat though. Yeah, but you know,
we take y'all Section 8 vouchers too if you trying to get them up.
Yes.
Give it up.
Yes, and we also take Medicaid for sure because we know y'all got that. Nothing wrong with it if you get it, but when it comes to them, it can cover your
SSI too.
Sessions.
Give us the SSI.
Yes. We take all forms of payment. We'll take your whole piggy bank at the same time if that's what it takes. I don't care if it's all pennies. $1,000 an hour. Just count that shit out right in front of us. Thank you. Love y'all, family. Thank y'all for coming through. Belt ass. Have a great day. You've been diagnosed with belt ass.